Boom, and we're live. It's official. Turn it off. I'm scared.
Yeah, me too. Can you hold me?
There's a YouTube series called Hug Me, I'm Scared. You ever heard of it?
No, I have not.
It's fucking stupid.
Is it?
It's not really that stupid. It's I wouldn't say it's stupid. It's like there's a new button on there. Invite friends.
Invite them.
I've never seen.
Does that mean if we put
Hey guys, wow, we're getting actually a lot more. I'm gonna move the cursor because it's right on the live video.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna move it there. Okay. No, there's a YouTube series that my friend showed me called Hug Me, I'm Scared, and it's just these guys in like not Sesame Street suits, but it's Sesame Street-esque. It's really freaky.
Okay.
And like the music's really happy and it starts off really happy and then it gets really, really just fucking weird.
Like
and
dark or what?
Yeah, like they start killing each other, but it's not real.
Yeah,
but
right.
like it's just fucking weird. It's just this weird fucking like it's uncomfortable.
It's not
and
a good weird.
if you watch it late at night, like at 3 a.m, like before you go to bed, it might freak you out a little bit.
What if you watched it 3 a.m. after drinking all night? You're
Stoned?
You're hammered.
Oh.
You're hammered or stoned, and you're watching this. And would you get a little freaked out if you're by yourself?
Yeah,
Yes.
I would.
Okay.
Sorry guys, I'm eating,
It's that kind of.
but I don't care.
His gourmet meal, dude. Today you made.
Yeah, come on this fucking podcast and you'll get free mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Or something else.
It's good, man. I already finished my bowl, so I'm ahead of the game.
Yeah, you finish your bowl. But and you get free drinks. So
Yeah.
Geoff, I'm happy to have you on.
Yeah.
This is like the only formal part. This is the only part where it's like I have to like be semi-professional after that. We can take a nap on air if we want.
Right.
I'll still get more views. No, it's really cool to have you on this. You're probably the fastest guy I've had where I asked and then had it happen because I've had a ton of people. I've only had one person say they want to do it, and then they're like, I don't want to do it anymore.
They just back out.
Yeah. And then sometimes they back out, or sometimes like they'll make an excuse as to why they can't get it, or why they can't get over here. And I get it. It's like 15, 20 minutes out of town. So I appreciate you making the drive.
Dude, that's no problem.
And but yeah, it's not even that far.
No.
I got a lot of friends that are like, oh, I don't want to come over, it's too far. I was like, fuck
Seriously?
you, dude.
What are drives to Green Bay or Milwaukee?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I mean, they don't do that either.
Oh, okay.
They're weird like that. But I appreciate you making the drive.
No problem.
We're gonna talk about some old days. We're gonna talk about some old shit.
Yeah.
When
The good old days.
did I actually first meet you? Do you remember? Because I kind of do. I kind of don't.
I remember back when I used to party hardcore, go to bars constantly, live there basically.
At bars.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yes. I was drunk more than I was sober.
I don't want them to hear me chewing.
No, it's cool.
They probably already do.
No, but it was probably 2013 is when I first I knew of you already. I seen you around as an acquaintance, like in the background at bars and stuff.
Okay.
And I heard your name. I don't know if
Did you hear me through Pat? Or
Pat
somebody?
McGovern. I was
Pat
just gonna
and
say
Isaac. Yeah.
it was probably one of them. And then he's like, "Yeah, Mitch here," and I'm like, "Oh yeah." And then I think I saw you and Andrew out.
Okay.
I think I met you guys together, but I saw you as I think it was 2013, and I believe it was. I even remember the bar. I think it was at Schnickel Fritz at the time, which is dead,
gone.
Yeah.
I keep hearing so many rumors that they're gonna turn it into the first thing I heard a week after it closed, they're gonna make it a juice bar.
Really?
A Jews bar, yeah.
A Jews bar or juice bar?
Jews bar. They're gonna turn it into a juice bar, like a breakfast place.
Yeah.
It's gonna be one of those places that opens at 4 a.m. or something, or 5, and then it's gonna close. Never mind. Don't worry about that. That's from a stupid text from me. They were gonna make it into a juice bar, and it's gonna be one of those things. Was it's gonna open at 8 and close at 1 in the afternoon.
Right.
Well, there's a couple of places in town like that, like Connie's Diner.
Yeah,
you ever heard of that place?
I've heard of it.
It closes at 2 in the afternoon.
Really?
The only time I ever went there was I got up really early once because one of my friends wanted to go to a farmer's market.
Okay.
I fucking hate those. But it was my buddy, so I'm like, okay, sure, we'll go.
Yeah.
He ended up buying like a big bag of veggies, and I hate vegetables, so I got nothing. I got like a stick of honey or something. I don't know, fucking know.
One of those honey straws.
Yeah, from like Little Farmer.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I go. They're like, when we were Connie's Diner, and it was like 1 PM, and they were closing.
Oh man.
Like, okay.
All right.
Apparently, that place has been open since like 1940.
Really?
That specific diner, not Connie's, but like that spot to be a diner has been open that long. My grandpa, before he passed, that apparently was like the spot,
like the
to go grab a bite. Yeah, like during the day. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
That is.
I didn't know that. I was talking about something before this, though.
How we met, but
yeah. At Fritz, yeah.
Yes,
well,
yeah.
that fucking place had so many rumors, and every now and then I'll walk past it, and there'll be people in it.
Yeah.
Doing like something.
Renovations, probably.
I don't think so, because there's just trash laying everywhere.
Really?
There's trash laying on all of the floors, and they don't like. If you peek in there when you're walking down the street at night,
yeah,
or even during the day, it's just trashed everywhere. Like the main bar is gone.
Really?
Everything's gone. It's a big empty room, but there's just shit on the floor.
The heck.
So yeah, and then you and me met probably in like 2013.
Yeah.
Sadly, if I met you before then, I don't remember. And it probably was Pat, because like I met Pat in 2007. 6 maybe.
Yeah.
7. Because then I met him the summer before my junior year.
Okay.
And then I remember I met all those people. I met him and Aubrey and all their friends. And that's really when I got my like first taste of like Fondy life.
Yeah.
Because I was in my little WLA cage, and then I started like hanging out with my buddy Anthony.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember him, Anthony Ferdinand.
Not too much.
He might watch this at some point today, but there's a lot more people joining on here than there was on the show. Yeah. I only have like a couple of people join.
On here.
That's a lot of people, actually. Like that's not accurate. That's way behind. The time is right, but like the viewership is different.
Is way off, probably.
Yeah. But I remember meeting my buddy Anthony in sophomore year, and then like all throughout high school I would go to Fondy and I would hang out there. Okay. I would like ditch my own school to go hang out there, and I loved it. And then the years went on. I just kept meeting more and more people, and then I met you in 2013.
Yeah.
And then I don't remember. I do remember how I met Andrew, though.
Do you? Yeah.
Yes, I met him maybe before you. I met
it was
2012.
So not too far earlier than me.
I introduced him to you, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
You two were out at the bar hanging out together.
A lot more than we should have been.
And that's how I met you two as a group, basically.
Yeah. And then, because I met him. There's a bunch of people once that invited me to go to Red Granite, and I think I ran into these people randomly at Festival Foods. They're so random, dude. Like you'd be shocked at like how many things just happen in life.
Oh yeah, I know.
And then at Red Granite, they're like, you should come to Red Granite with us. I'm like, I haven't spoken to these people in like 5-10 years. Sure, I'll go. And then I ended up meeting Andrew, and then a year later, he's like, yeah, I met you at Red Granite, dude. It's all good. Like, let's hang out sometime. And I did. And now I haven't talked to him in like 3 years. That's
how long. Well, before I saw you, like what, a couple weeks ago or 3 weeks ago? I mean, I've seen you around, but physically talking to you.
Yeah.
Again, it was about 3 years, right?
Yeah. It was really cool. There's probably Alexa's joined.
Hello.
Good timing.
Yeah.
We were just about to talk about
that's a good on
the good days. Yeah.
The timeline there.
Yeah. It was really cool that like you reached out and like we got over our differences and shit.
Yeah.
I like exploited that for this podcast. I was like, you're gonna want to tune in. It's gonna be super like maybe like emotional or whatever, but I was gonna be like, oh, we haven't talked in years. This is gonna be like a tearjerker or whatever. I don't think it will be, but it'll still be fun. But like it was really cool that you reached out and like we're like, oh yeah, we had our differences, and like it's in the day and age where like most people just say fuck you and then just don't talk to anybody anymore. And there's Alexa smiling. I don't know if that was your phone or mine.
That was mine.
That's yours. No, it's fine. That's fine.
I have it on vibrate.
No, you're good, dude.
Yeah.
I don't have any problem with people checking their shit here.
Yeah.
Some people don't. Some people do. It's totally fine. But yeah, it like when we first got together, I thought that when you, me, and Andrew, I remember like not since like high school was like where I was with a group of other dudes that like thought creatively, like how we did, because we came up with some funny, goofy shit. Dude. For everything, even though if it didn't get carried out, we still came up with like a bunch of fun stuff.
That's all we did half the time was we'd have a few drinks and we'd sit and brainstorm just random stuff. Like, what can we do? What can we make our own thing? What can we do to make it our thing, kind of thing, for any situation? Like,
I remember like when Vine first came out, you did a lot of that. You made Vines. You actually like made them by yourself. And I remember, sadly, and like working in the factory in like 2013 or 14. And I remember I'm like, this isn't going to last. Vines aren't going to. Because I'm like, it's only 7 seconds. It was first when it came out, it was 7 seconds. And then it was 6. It was 6.
I think it was 6, yeah.
And then it got extended to like 7 or 9, I think. And
Something
then,
like that.
Yeah. And I was like, it's going to die out. And I'm like, what can come after this? There's no thing that can come after this. It's only 6 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
What the fuck are they gonna make? Our attention span can't get shorter.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that was their point though. Like everyone's attention span is so short nowadays because rush life or whatever. That to get their comedy dose or whatever, they only want to pay 6 seconds of attention.
That is well worth 6 cents.
Yeah, but no, but yeah, man, those Vines. I mean, I remember being so short like that. The time frame you get like to record them, I was like, what can I even jam into 6 seconds? Like, you got to get creative to even get something into that.
You figured it out too. You made some funny ones.
Some of them. Some of them were like, I look back on and I'm like, what the fuck is
what the
shit?
Fuck was I thinking about?
Yeah, like, wow, was I high or drunk?
Probably both. Yeah,
then,
we all were. we all were. We still are.
Yeah. Keep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, if you ever want to do that and look into the camera's actually up there.
Yeah, right up there on the top of the
Hey, Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember these faces. We're going somewhere. Yeah.
remember us when we make it to the top, because we're not going to help you.
Nope.
That was another thing I wanted to bring up is like, remember all like you, me, and Andrew were like Ed and Eddie.
Yeah.
Because we kept scamming. We were always scamming something. We were always like trying to make some stupid money, but we weren't 12 years old. We were like 25.
We were trying to make money from nothing. Yeah. Trying to get rich quick kind of BS. Yeah.
Well, do you remember when he wanted us to be in a band? Like, by the way, Andrew's not watching this because he's not my friend on Facebook, but if he is somehow getting a hold of this, I'm not insulting him in any way. I'm not trashing him. I'm not trying to be a dick. If anything sounds like I am, it's because we're just trash talking, and I have no anger for the guy. I still love the dude, and I wish, get in touch with me again, but that's besides the point. Do you remember when he wanted us to be in a band?
Yes.
And do you remember when he fucking messaged me one night and he goes, if we were supposed to play a show Saturday, how close could you do it? Like let's stop talking about it and let's fucking do it. The dude was motivated as shit.
He was.
Yeah, and like, I was like, so where? What are you talking about? I was like, if we played at the mall, the Forest fucking mall, and he's like, if we were supposed to play next Saturday, could you? And then if I said no, he'd be like, well, what's stopping you? Let's make a checklist and then cross those off and get them done so we can play.
Yeah, because I had a couple electric guitars back then.
Oh my gosh, I'm right there.
Yeah, you do. Unfortunately, I don't even have mine anymore because of hard times.
Oh, you sold
money times. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, do you have a bass, or was it like a Fender? Or?
No, it was the one I had, which was my favorite. It's actually kind of super obscure. It's a Kaman. It's Kaman is how you spell the brand. Kaman, and that's how you pronounce it. I used to thought it was like Cayman or
Cayman.
Something.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not Cayman.
That's what I thought, but I took it into Mike's to actually get it appraised because I knew nothing of it.
Yeah,
and he's like, "Yeah, this is kind of rare and kind of cool. It's an 80s. It was an 80s legit 80s shred guitar. So it was like, you know, the glam hair metal days, like Motley Crue and stuff. That was the heyday. That was the guitar. It was hot pink. My guitar was legitimately hot pink, and I regret nothing because that was amazing. And it fit the time period of the guitar.
Well, you've always like done shit differently. Like you've always been like you wore boat shoes for a while.
Oh,
didn't you? You still
Sperry's,
do.
man.
You still right now?
Not today. I'm wearing those Clark's Wallabies today, man. It's the Wallabies.
I have one fucking pair of shoes.
Yeah,
that's it.
I have too many, man. I have a woman's amount of shoes.
That's okay, dude. Oh, I feel like I should have more. I don't know shit about fashion, and you were always into like more like I don't want to say goofy in a bad way, but like you were into more goofy clothing. Like you stood out more. Yeah, fun. That's a better word. You stood out more when you went out.
Suspenders
like I remember. Yeah, I remember going to bars. You got quite a few looks.
Yeah, like I got some attention back in the day.
Yeah, you danced like you didn't give a fuck. Like you were the.
I didn't.
You were.
I didn't.
My primary. You were my primary inspiration for Team Ass.
That's actually awesome to hear.
But like Andrew was also like. There was like I tried to tell you guys this back in the day, but no one gave a fuck. If we weren't getting laid, no one was happy, and I get that. But like now that we're all a little older and we're calmed down,
grown up,
you and me are almost fucking 30. Isn't that crazy?
Don't talk about that number, man. That 30. That's a terrible number.
Who cares? That is not
no,
that does suck though.
No, yeah.
I'm not looking forward to it. I'm gonna be 30 in 2 years.
Yeah, I'll be 30. Oh shit.
Yeah, you're closer than me, dude.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say it. You guys will see it on Facebook. It'll say it's my birthday.
That's the first. I guarantee you, that's the first time in your life that you just said, "I'm not gonna tell my age."
Yeah, it is.
It doesn't. That's like a. I think women. No offense to women. I don't give a shit. Actually, no women are watching this.
Wow.
Women, I think, get more sensitive about their age, or at least the next. I don't know if our generation will, but like, I think. Oh Jesus! I think our generation doesn't give a shit about their age, maybe because we're still young. But like the next generation, the Gen Xer women, I think they're less self-conscious than like the one that came before. I don't know if it's baby boomer. I don't know what they fucking call themselves.
Yeah, I mean they come up with their own names.
Well, Gen Xer. Well, my dad's a baby boomer, but like. My boss, who's like 42, he's a Gen Xer, which came from the baby boomers. But I'm not Gen X. I'm not a millennial.
What would I be considered?
Not. I think you're Gen X.
Gen X.
You might be
late 80s.
Yeah. I think you are because I wanted to look it up, but it's gotten so skewed over the years about like. But I get called millennial all the time.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. I mean, it's just a word. But like. They're like, oh, you're on your phone all the time. You're fucking millennial. I'm like, okay,
all right,
fine.
That's how it goes.
Are we? What are we doing here? You want to drink about it?
Bunched into a category because you're on your phone or something.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
No, I will say this: no one is on their phone more than baby boomers.
Yeah.
When my parents first figure out iPhones,
oh man,
they don't know I exist anymore.
Yeah.
That's fine. It's fine with me. I mean, I don't live with them or whatever, but like,
dude,
I'm like, hey, Mom, I graduated from college. Yeah, the mailman should have left it there. What?
Yeah, that's cool, right? Kind
of. Well, what about your dad? Is your dad fuck around on the smartphones?
Dude, surprisingly, yeah, he's terrible, like, on it, like, as far as how often he's on.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think, because he's like the badass biker-looking guy.
Yeah, I've met him once,
fully tatted, mechanic, style guy. And, dude, I'll go over there, like, to my grandma's, because he still lives with my grandma, his mother, to help take care of her. But I'll go over there and he'll be like, yeah, I've been on eBay. And he's like showing me all these items and stuff. I'm like, do you get off the phone ever? Like, I swear when he's not at work or working, that's literally what he's doing. His thing is he's obsessed with ordering online stuff now.
Oh, God.
Yeah, obsessed.
Well, it's so easy.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially from somebody who came from the age of, like, his whole life.
He didn't have that.
He didn't have that.
You can't just, click on this. It's mine. It'll be shipped right to me, you know?
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, we even grew up with that. Like,
yeah,
it's still new to us.
First.
Yeah,
I mean, for sure.
Phone shipping has only been around for 10 years.
I mean, shit, I wasn't even around. I mean, I was around longer than it was even available on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you used to order from eBay on a monitor.
I remember it. Yeah.
And I was, in the early 90s and whatnot, that wasn't even available.
I didn't have internet till I was 16.
Really?
In my home, yeah.
I think
I had a computer till I was 16.
Mine was late, dude. When was your first cell phone?
I was 16.
You were 16?
We entered the current age when I was 16.
I think I was 14 or 15. I was like maybe a sophomore in high school. Would that be? Or freshman or sophomore? Yeah, in high school. And I got a cell phone because that's when I was, you're to the age where you're getting more active with friends. When I'm going to their house, whatever, spending sleepover times, whatever the hell else. But
slumber party.
Yeah, exactly. And then, my dad and stuff was like, well, he got it for me, obviously, because he's like, I want to keep hold of you, or if you need a ride or to be picked up back then. Because that was right before I was even driving yet. So, I needed a phone to get home. But it was a Sony track phone, dude, that had the 8-bit freaking screen graphics.
The green and black one?
Dude, it was green.
Did it
was
have
like
Snake on it?
It looked like a Game Boy, dude. Original Game Boy screen.
Yeah, did it have Snake on it?
Snake?
From the game?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You're just segments, and you just move around, and when you eat the dots, you get bigger, and then if you, run into yourself...
It's kind of like Centipede,
die.
But you don't.
Oh, Centipede.
It's like that. It was like that, but I think it had some crappy games like that.
Sure. Oh, you can download the original Snake on your phone.
Really?
It's like a retro game now. It's like I remember before this game. Don't you dare call it retro. But that's just a sign of our age.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm an old school gamer as far as that goes.
Yeah, that's actually one of my points that I have on my notes. I remember it. I don't try to, but when I'm at, it's kind of bad to say, but when I'm at work, I'm thinking about other shit.
Well,
do nothing.
Who isn't, dude?
It's an easy, not all of it's an easy job, but I remember, I kind of memorized notes, but I remember one of them is I was gonna ask you do you have anything against new video games? I never ever hear. I'm the last thing I know that you. I'm not trying to mock you.
No.
I know you're a big fan of the old school games, the older ones. It's like you stopped at GameCube.
Around there, kind of. I've actually gotten into some of the newer systems, but I wouldn't say I'm against them.
Yeah.
I just don't. Sometimes they're I feel like they're trying to be more and more sophisticated, and not saying technologically or graphically. I'm saying they try to make it too hard on some of them. It's so in depth. You're doing this, you got to worry about this, you got to worry about that. What the hell happened to side scrollers?
Running a straight line,
beat them up. Yeah, and simple. It's simple times. You could just pass time, and it's not as much thought about it. You're not oh my God, I got to worry about going back and doing this. And it's just a simple run through type of game. If you only have a half hour to an hour, that's how long it took to beat those games. It's a quick and fun thing to just pass time, which I get the new games about being more in depth and having more side missions and whatever else, mini missions, whatever you want to call them, to take up more
side
time.
Quests.
Yeah, exactly. Stuff like that. They're trying to give you more for your buck and whatever else and more to do. But I feel even some of the controls, some of the combos or whatever else is this is fucking ridiculous. I have to press, 5-10 buttons sequentially in the exact order to grapple this boss to cut his head off so he dies. It's oh my God, I had to do that just to beat this motherfucker.
Yeah, why don't you
what happened to pushing B a bunch of times and killing a guy?
Yeah.
Punching over whatever. I don't know. I just think it's sometimes over the top as far as that, but this is not me bashing new games.
Sure.
I like new games. The newer Doom games are great.
Yeah, you play the new one?
Not
the
new
one?
Not the newest one. Which was the one I played? I was the self-titled one, from was that 2 or 3 years ago? Sorry, I said.
That's Doom.
Yeah.
That's the newest one.
Oh, that is the newest.
That's the newest one, yeah, the one right there.
And so...
That is, Cyber Demon.
That's the one where you fight the Cyber Demon, twice, right? There's 2 fights of them?
I think so.
And then the Spider Mastermind.
The spiders at the end.
Yep. Yeah. So that is the one. Dude,
yeah.
I actually got gold achievements in that game. I actually know life that game. Believe it or not, that's one new game I know life.
Where did you play it?
Xbox. Yes.
One?
Yeah.
Where did you play like a buddy's house, or do you own an Xbox?
I had an Xbox One. I really owned one. Yeah, man, I owned one.
Oh, did you sell it?
I did. No, but now the newest thing I have is a PS3.
PS3?
Yeah,
I still have one. Yeah.
But no, that I do love that game.
Yeah,
it was actually lended to me from a buddy, which I still have, by the way. But I've no life that game, and it was fun. I found all of the little hidden action figures to do the Space Marines.
Yeah.
I love that. That was like my favorite. I wouldn't even call them Easter eggs. They're just secret little.
Yeah, like you had to go out of your way to find them.
They're very hidden. Some of them took me hours at a time, but they were probably my favorite thing to find. I just loved collecting them. I wish they made them into real figurines. I know Pop kind of did, but I wish they had all of the ones. You know how they had all of the different ones from that game, and they had their. I wish they had them all. I'd buy that set.
Weirdly enough,
What do you have? Some?
I think I have Doom Guy in here.
Doom Guy, yes.
I think I might. He's in here somewhere, or no, maybe he's not. He's somewhere though, because I remember I had him out on display at my old apartment, and I swear to God, if he got stolen,
that would.
I had a lot of people. I had a lot of Doom fans over.
Oh man,
I have a. This is a weird question. What's up, Ty? If I left the mac and cheese out.
Yeah.
Should I put it in the fridge?
I don't
think
know.
so.
It's good for an hour or two.
Yeah, I know, but it's been like a half hour. I kind of want to put it in the fridge. Just to, because I know if you put it in the fridge, it'll be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to put it in the fridge really quick.
All right.
It took me like 2 seconds. You cool? It's just chilling here?
Yeah,
I'm
like
fine. Sing to the camera or something?
Sing to the camera.
I mean, you're still on.
Right.
It's just, I can't.
No, I'll keep going, man. I'll keep it going. I'll keep it flowing. No, but as far as the Doom games go, I've actually been a fan of the Doom games since I was a tiny kid, dude. Like when they were on computer on the floppy disks, the original Dooms were awesome. I grew up playing them, and then I had them for PS1, I think. And yeah, they're just awesome games. So that's one game I have followed forever. Same with the Wolfenstein.
I remember
when they were. Do you remember? Well, as I
haven't played the new ones though.
No,
sadly.
like when they were on floppy disk is what I was saying. Like that's how I started.
No, I didn't get that.
Wolfenstein started that way, and it actually had a spin-off game called Spear of Destiny, which was exactly like Wolfenstein, just a different title, couple different bosses.
Did you ever play the new ones, the new Wolfensteins?
Not the last one of the Wolfensteins. I've been wanting to, but unfortunately, the latest one I've played is the one for PS2.
Oh,
that one.
Don't tell me.
Return to Castle. Isn't that what it's called? Return to Castle Wolfenstein, I believe.
It might be. Sadly enough, I remember them seeing a new one at Best Buy, or no, not Best Buy, Blockbuster.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Yeah, that's been a while then, huh?
Dude, yeah, I mean, still got that big fucking stain on the side of the building. The ticket or whatever.
Yeah. The letters or
that
the
place was
logo.
Shit.
Yeah,
I like them.
Did you like Blockbuster better or Hollywood Video?
Well, I liked Hollywood Video
because it had the game
later on.
Because it had GameStop,
Game Crazy,
right?
Yes,
yeah.
I still have a copy of Red Dead Redemption, which came out in 2010.
Yep.
I have that still.
I know of it.
I have the receipt for it, and it says Game Crazy on it. Yeah, it's got the fucking logo with the flaming G.
Yeah.
It certainly was flaming.
Oh yeah. No, I remember that.
Yeah, no, it was.
It
was great.
It had like a spiral logo with like. Yeah.
Did you ever get a call from Blockbuster when they closed?
No,
I don't think so. There's a funny ongoing joke for a long time, for like 2 years after it closed, where Blockbuster closed down, and they went out of business, and a lot of people were joking around saying, well, I had a fine there, because if you fucking had this dude remembers Game Crazy, Ty.
Game Crazy,
yeah, dude, it was great. I miss it every day. But
EB Games too.
EB Games. Everyone was called EB Games.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think they got bought by GameStop and just like it got absorbed or whatever.
Got adopted.
Yeah. That's a nice word to put it.
Right.
It got absorbed.
Yeah. It sponged up.
But I remember everybody was like, "Oh, I had a big fine there." Because if you were late, it was like $7 a day or some shit
For a Blockbuster?
for Blockbuster.
Oh,
and I
geez.
remember getting a call saying they're like, "Yeah, you owe us like $60." I was like, "Oh shit,
I'd have
okay."
been like, you owe me a suck on my nuts.
Suck on my balls, yeah. I remember I'm like, okay, how do I pay it? Because I was like 19 at the time. They're like, well, you got to go to your local your Blockbuster. So I actually drove down there. I'm like, but you're closed. And I called them up, and I'm like, yeah, I'm sitting in front of the Blockbuster, and they're closed. Like, well, you have to go to the nearest one and pay it. I'm like,
oh my gosh.
I'm like, oh, okay.
What the
And
fuck?
I told my dad, because I was like such a pussy back then.
Yeah,
I was
because you're like, I don't want to
Dad,
get
I'm
in trouble.
scared.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, don't fucking pay it. They don't even know where you live. And then I'm like, okay.
The Blockbuster.
And I never did, and they never did anything about it. I wonder if like anybody else remembers those days. Like if you remember getting a call from Blockbuster when they closed.
I don't remember that. No, I don't think I wasn't as frequent of a guest to Blockbuster as I was to Hollywood or Family. Actually, more Family, only because I was closer to where I lived.
Family Video, when I remember when they came along and they crushed, they ran everybody else out of town. They were just far more selection, far easier to just go in there and do it. There was no bullshit. There was almost no late fees. It was just 1, 2, or 5 nights.
Yeah.
And 5 nights was usually $5. And then it was like $1 a night.
But they had those awesome dollar movie section where you could get them for a week for $1.
Yeah.
That's
it was like older shit.
Favorites or whatever. That's that was
classic.
really awesome too.
Yep. Sadly, of course, well, not sadly. I mean, it's the progress of the world. It is going to the way of digital. Like you'll have red boxes around for a while, but I think even those will die.
Well, I think Family is hanging on by a thread. They're going to be gone. They're trying everything they can. They got the Marcos in there now, the pizza delivery. But unfortunately, that'll be another thing of our childhood or past. I think that's going to deflate soon enough.
It's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna die to like. I want to say 2025.
So give it some time.
Yes, because there's going to be people that either just can't get internet. You'd be shocked at how many people just don't have internet that live like not out here, but like for a while I installed internet in Oshkosh, and I remember going to a lot of like backwoods neighborhoods that never had internet. The charter just can't get out there.
Oh right,
not
like
yet at least.
Bad area for installation.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the company I worked for installed internet for them. But it was dial-up.
Oh, geez.
Fucking dial-up in 2016. Fuck you.
Fuck that shit.
No, yeah, absolutely. And I remember, I remember people, while I'm running cables in their house, I remember them saying, like, we got to go to GameStop or Redbox or whatever because they got to go get a movie. And it's like they don't have Netflix. They can't do digital. And I think Redbox will outlast Family Video, but eventually Redbox will also be in the garbage. Yeah, like Family Video is on by a thread. I agree with that, sadly. Yeah.
It's mostly all, like you said, digital and online now. Like you got your Netflix and your Hulu. That's definitely going to do better than Redbox or rental places now. That's also stealing the business from those two things. So that's competing as well. So that's another factor.
With the price and the availability of everything, and there's so much on Hulu.
Not to mention the
and Netflix,
simplicity of it. You don't have to leave your home to rent these things.
Yeah.
Click. Oh, yeah. Skip. Click.
Yeah. The appeal of the couch is so high.
Yeah, exactly.
And like that. This is how it is. This is how life is. Like you're telling me that instead of getting in my, I gotta put on a bra, put on clothes,
right?
And I get in my fucking car. Or if you're a girl, yeah, you got to put on a fucking bra, put on makeup, look somewhat decent, go into town or whatever, fucking put on all of the shit that I need to do, go into the store, interact with people. I like people and most people don't. You got to fucking interact with people, and then I got to pay cash. Fuck you, cash, whatever. Go all the way back.
I got all dolled up now.
Yeah, and then
to rent a movie.
That's
man.
a commitment to another errand when you drive it back. And even if it's around the corner, it's still something. Oh wait, you're telling me I don't have to get up from my couch? All I have to do is just enter my debit card, or my credit card, or whatever, and then it's like $9.99 a month. That's like 2 rentals only, 2 or 3 rentals only at Family Video. And now I have access to a massive library of like 10,000 plus titles,
right?
Shows and movies.
Exactly.
fuck. I get it, but there's just something. I still go to family videos.
I do too,
sometimes.
actually, for sure. I mean, for me, it's almost like keeping a nostalgia alive. Also, it's not even just the concept of it's like, yeah, I've just been doing this since I was a kid, and I don't know, it's good times, kind of just a habit, I guess, is what you're saying. Yeah.
Well, you've seen my movie collection out there. I still buy physical movies.
Me too. Oh shit.
I don't fucking like the fact that like there's a digit. You can access your movies everywhere. If you don't have internet, or if the internet goes out, you're fucked.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have a physical copy. What the hell are you gonna do with it?
I know, like the whole internet thing, like it doesn't go out much, or if it does, it's way late at night, like 3 a.m.
Yeah, usually it's at the odd times. But...
Yeah, so I mean, it just sucks to see that it's something, from our childhood is going down the toilet, but that's what getting old is.
I mean, you talk to gens before us; they got less left than us. I mean, it's an inevitable circle that's going to keep happening. Our gen's going to have nothing left, and it's going to just keep going until the end of.
Remember when you used to have to go buy batteries? Yeah. Now everything plugs in to charge.
Remember when you used to have to wipe your own ass? That'll be someday, right? Yeah, shit.
I remember when I had to shave.
Self-wiping toilet paper.
Dude, that's a $1 trillion idea. Just have an arm
nobody steal my idea. I'm patenting that now.
It's live. You can use this in court.
That's a patent.
When I first came up with the name Weekend Adrenaline, I say it on every podcast so my partner can't sue me. I came up with the name when I was in the shower once, and then I told it to him. This is before we even had a podcast. He goes, "That's pretty cool. Can I steal that?" I'm like, "I guess." He apparently pitched that to 2 different bands that he was in.
Really?
And they said no because, we don't play just on the weekends.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I said, okay, I get that. But, like, Weekend Adrenaline is just that feeling you get when it's, like, a Thursday night going into Friday. You're like, oh, shit, one more day of work. And I'm like, I'm excited.
The little kid, like,
yeah. It's like, I don't have to work. You don't even have to have any plans. You just sit on your fucking fat ass on the couch and watch movies and shit.
For zero responsibility time.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, look at those dishes. Yeah, that sucks. That's Sunday work or whatever.
Or that's for Monday night.
Or never. Maybe I'll just throw them out.
Yeah, right. Fuck washing them. I'm over that. We just throw our dishes out and buy new every time.
You just get paper plates.
I live off of those days.
Oh, really?
I guess for the most part, because I admit, dude, I'm a lazy and a terrible cook, so I just if it can't be microwaved or thrown on a pizzazz, fuck it.
Well, pizzazz is easy. I mean, all you do is you shut it off, you lift the thing up and run it under the water.
Yeah,
and scrub it off a little bit. Yeah.
Well, even that, I have one step above that, man. If you put down aluminum foil over the top of the plate, the cooking plate, you don't even have to clean that off.
You're fucking golden.
Yeah.
God, I like cooking now. I never wanted to because I was scared to screw it up, but it's like that's the best part about screwing it up. You fuck up, you dump it out and try again.
Trial and error.
Most food uncooked together isn't expensive. The reason it's expensive is because it's cooked. You buy it like to see raw ingredients. It's not that expensive. No.
If it's pre-cooked, it's more than obviously the raw.
Yeah,
exactly.
And cooking's a skill, so it's like every time you fuck it up, you're gonna be like, okay, I'm not doing that again, or this time I'm gonna try this.
What
instead.
did I do? I had to turn up the temp just a little too high last time. Let's simmer it.
Or maybe you make mac and cheese with a full cup of milk instead of half.
Maybe.
What else you got on your notes here?
Oh, well, I don't know. One of the things I'm curious of, this is what I'm always curious of, is like, what do you do, during the boring, I mean, some people might not consider it boring, but the long Wisconsin winter, what do you do? What are your hobbies or whatever during these long winter months here?
Personally?
Yeah. Is there much to it? I mean, it doesn't have to be.
I masturbate a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, that's with the season. It doesn't change from the summer, but in all seriousness, no. God, the Wisconsin winters, huh?
I mean, yeah, because you can't go. Well, I mean, you could. Really,
I try, honest to God. In all honesty, I don't do anything different from the summer. I mean, I don't go outside as much as I used to in the winter. Like when I was younger, even if like 2021, I'd go sledding.
Exactly.
We didn't have much of snow this year. So I kind of do what I do because I work second shift. I get home at night, so I can't really go outside. So I just kind of plop in either a movie or like a TV show or some shit, and like I'll try to go through that, or I'll read,
Right.
or just there's nothing spectacular like anything you can do inside, but like
yeah, for sure. I think that's a majority.
During the day, it's not much either. Like sadly, hey,
Right.
Brianna's on.
What's up?
Hey, thanks for tuning in.
No.
Yeah, but it's not much difference like between winter and summer. If anybody wants to go do something, I'll drive over there and go hang.
Right.
But what about you? What do you do during the winter?
I mean, I think it's kind of the same thing, and it goes back to the age thing too. I mean, we're not old men. I mean, come on. But the thing going, I might be once that 30 hits. No,
yeah, no shit.
What I think it goes with the age thing. The older I get, the less and less I do outside for the winter.
Yeah.
It's like I don't go and play in snow hills and pull my friends around on a sled like a sled dog or whatever the heck you do. Snowball fights, snow forts and shit like that.
That sounds so fun.
It does.
God
it does.
damn it.
But I don't do it
damn
as much. I did build a snowman a couple winters ago.
Oh, that's cool.
That was like perfect snowpacking day. I did do
Yeah.
that. I remember that. But I mean, yeah, I do basically the same stuff you do inside. I don't do much outdoor stuff. I'll play video games. I will watch shows or movies. But my other thing, which really helps a lot, is I do art. I draw and stuff like that, and that helps.
Yeah.
That takes up a lot of time, dude. That's a good thing though. Like some of my pieces take forever.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've started seeing them a lot on like Instagram and stuff, and that honestly I think if you want to get like noticed or not, I don't want to say noticed, but like followed by people, I think Instagram is like the place to do it.
It is nowadays.
Twitter is kind of like I think Twitter's too political.
Yeah, I don't even have a Twitter. I tried it and it wasn't a thing for me.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's more political and I didn't see it necessary for my lifestyle. I don't know, blend with that kind of media. But anyway,
you don't gel with it.
Yeah, exactly. But I do have a DeviantArt account.
I know DeviantArt. Yeah,
yeah. I remember
Christian has one.
I remember he brought it up. He has one, but he writes what he says, short stories and stuff.
He writes, and then he has he gives artists ideas of what he wants his characters to look like, and they'll draw it, and then he'll pay them for it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
See, I do drawings of video game, TV show, movie characters for the most part. Usually it's stuff from media. I like to do horror movie characters a lot. Like my personal favorites from horror movies, I'll draw them up.
Yeah,
90% of the time they're the ones that die right away.
You do a lot of Final Destination.
Yes,
yeah.
I was going through them. I'm still going to go back and do more of them, but I did a couple of Destination characters. I did my favorite dude from House of Wax.
I've never seen that movie.
Dude.
The new one or the old one?
The newer one, the one with Paris Hilton.
Yeah, that was their big claim to fame.
Right, that was okay. You're gonna probably hate me for saying this. No, I guess, but no, that's one of my favorite movies ever. House of Wax, the new one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. It definitely could have done without Paris. I mean, her acting.
I've never seen it. I just noticed she's in it.
The acting isn't the best of hers. Obviously, she can't act. I'm sorry if there's any supporters of her out there for her acting. I mean, most people don't go look at her for her acting anyway. But
yeah.
I love that movie. One of my favorite movies of all time. The soundtrack is actually really, really good, believe it or not. And actually, it's a creative movie. It's actually very smart. They hid a lot of stuff in there. Most people watch it once or twice and look over it because, I mean, they overlook it, is what I'm saying. And there's little hidden things like, sorry, the spoiler, it's a 12-year-old movie or whatever.
It came out in 2004, I think.
4 or 5. I saw it in theaters, so that might be why I'm so attached to it too. But a little bit of spoilers, but the two main characters are twins. The two the main protagonists are twins also. Evil twins, good twins, evil versus good twins.
Oh, Jesus.
And there's just a bunch of hidden things in there between the twin thing and also side things you look for in the backgrounds that they hit.
Background stuff.
Yeah, that movie actually has a lot of that, believe it or not.
Paris Hilton, right? I think it's a South Park reference.
Probably.
I
haven't
think
been
Well, that was
on
years
top
ago
of
when
the
she
South
first
Park
started.
thing in a while, but
Yeah, sadly. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to derail.
no,
your
it's
thing,
cool.
but-
There wasn't much farther I was going with it.
So
Just
they-
about my drawings of
I
characters.
kind of want to watch it now because they have stuff in the background. I love
They
shit
do.
like that.
I can point it out.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm a little obsessed with the movie, so I can point out that shit.
Yeah, no, I like that. Like that's like me in the movie The Prestige.
Yeah.
That's my favorite movie of all time. I don't know if I made you and Andrew watch it. I make everybody watch it.
I don't think so.
It's that movie with they're two magicians that try to one up each other all the time. So yeah, it was a South Park reference.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But The Prestige is my favorite movie. It's about these magicians in like early 1900s London. And they keep one-upping each other with the tricks, and eventually one is so bad that it kills somebody.
Oh, wow.
And so finally one of them creates the ultimate trick,
Okay.
and no one can explain it. And Nikola Tesla gets involved.
Okay.
There's like this conspiracy that he might be I don't want to give too much away, but like the trick involves a machine that Tesla is rumored to have made in real life.
Yeah.
But it wasn't confirmed, and they never actually found it after he died. But it's based on like, it's not a true story, but it borrows from truth.
Okay, so it takes pieces of truth.
And the ending of it, I've never had anybody guess the ending before it happened.
Really? So
And Hannah was really good at guessing endings
picking movies apart
for the end. Yeah, she's like, oh, this is gonna happen at the end, right?
Yeah.
Huh? And then she wouldn't look them up ahead of time.
Right.
She was not able to call out the ending
To decipher that one.
It's one of my favorite endings, and yeah, if you want to sit down and watch sometime, we can.
Oh, yeah,
it's only 2 hours. It's pretty short.
Right.
But everyone watch the movie The Prestige. Anyways,
yeah.
So what else you got on there?
Well, yeah, I mean, it was a winter thing and doing.
Oh wait, if you want to plug your art,
tell
them where you
DeviantArt art.
Sure.
Well, my username is the same on everything I have on social media. It's usually Blood Leopard 222. It's usually Blood _Leopard 222.
Blood Leopard.
Yeah. You want to know how that came about?
Yes,
actually,
I do.
It's actually great, and I cannot take credit for it. You know, my girlfriend Nicole, it was the best thing ever. I played GTA 5 a lot.
I love that fucking game.
So here's the thing. It is pretty creative. I was looking for the online handle for my Xbox One when I had the Xbox One. And it was when I would get shot a lot by other players or by cops or whoever is trying to kill me, my character, right? You end up with the bullet holes all over your body.
Yes.
Right? And I'd usually I'd have my guy looking exactly like me in real life, my avatar, and I had him even facial, everything. He'd look pretty legit like me. But he'd get all torn up and bullet holes, and so she's like, "You look like a bloody leopard, like blood leopard with the spots."
Yeah. Yes,
and my
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you're like leopard printed with bullet holes. So that went, and then the 222 has always been my favorite number. Everyone has, a lot of people like the number, and I always thought it was also kind of cool because, 666. I'm not satanic, so
sure,
we're not going there. But like the 222 is 1/3, so I'm like 1/3.
You 1/3 evil,
1/3 a little bit.
Yeah.
I have that. I have that mischievous 1/3 in me.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where that always came from, and I thought the 222 and then the blood leopard. Yeah. So it
does sound pretty cool.
Yeah.
When I was doing these starting out like last summer, I had my partner at the time. He was like, "We need aliases."
Okay.
Why? No one already knows who we are. Why does it matter? And then when I started, I wanted to be super public. I wanted to be like my full real name and shit in case anyone wanted to find me.
Yeah.
I mean, like not find me, but like not get offended or anything and find me and kill me. But I meant like find me on Facebook and shit. Like I'd like people to know who I am.
Yeah, exactly.
So but they're like, you got to think of an alias. So a thing went up, and I'm like, it was a day of the Conor McGregor and Mayweather fight, and I'm at Festival buying lunch snacks.
Okay.
And I'm like going through the main aisle, and there's a couple bottles of Coca-Cola, and they have the names on it. And there was one that said share a Coke with Carolina.
Carolina.
And I'm like, okay, it's a state.
Yeah.
And,
What the?
and then there's one that's the next one right after it was Alex. So it's Carolina Alex. I just flipped them around and I'm like, oh, my name is Alex Carolina.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, that sounds kind of cool. So if you ever go on SoundCloud and listen to like the first one, all you have to do is type in Weekend Adrenaline to SoundCloud and you'll find it.
Yep.
It's the only one. And if you go all the way to the back of it, like one of the first episodes, you'll hear us call each other that. His was like Yarvis Stevens, and mine is Alex Carolina. And
Nice.
we screwed up all the time, and we would say like each other's real names. And
Right.
we would say like we'd call each other Travis and Mitch, and I'm like,
Right.
and they're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
It's like, who fucking cares, man? Like
Fuck
people.
it.
So like I like creative names like that, like online handles and stuff.
Yeah.
As far as my favorite number, for some reason,
If you had to pick one,
it was is 787.
787.
Because when I was in a summer school, not because I was stupid, because I chose to take it.
Shows this.
I was in a computer class, and it was like right when MSN Messenger came out,
Okay.
and it randomized my username, and it was gamer, but they're like, you can't use gamer. Of course, somebody already took it, and it's like, well, how many instances of gamer are there? There were exactly 787 of them.
Oh,
So I took that one, and it's just stuck with me ever since.
nice.
It's kind of embarrassing when I put it on like legal documents and shit, but it's like, oh, you're still on Hotmail? What the fuck? And I'm like, fuck you. I've been using the same shit since I was like 12.
Yeah, right.
No, literally 12.
Damn, dude.
Like 12, 13 years old. It's on my RuneScape account. It's on,
Right.
it's on my Microsoft. It's old. It's
Right.
almost as old as like since I was online. Because I would go to this school. I forget where it was. It wasn't Moraine. It might have been Moraine Park before they remodeled it,
Okay.
or Tyson maybe.
Tyson.
It might have been Tyson, because they had a lot of summer programs there.
Okay.
My mom always signed me up for like summer programs for like. There was one course that involved you only had to read the first Harry Potter book in like 10 weeks.
Really?
They're like, yeah, read they're like, yeah, first you're gonna read 2 chapters in this one, and then it's like 3, and you just talked about what was in it.
Okay. Okay.
And I was like, and then you get like a little certificate
Shit.
saying you are a Harry Potter expert.
All right. I'll take it. Right?
Yeah, I know. It was like $30. Mom's like, you'll enjoy it. I'm like, I want to be outside. That one was at Waters, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't
Yeah.
know. Shit.
What else you got?
I mean,
Blood leopard.
yeah, blood leopard. Yeah.
Blood leopard.
Well, yeah, I remember you and Juan talking about David Tell the last time.
Fuck yeah.
David Tell, the
David
stand-up
Tell. Yeah.
comic, and
God, David Tell's so fucking. He's so underrated.
he really is, dude.
Yeah.
If nobody knows who that
Like-
is, even like a lot of you probably don't.
Yeah, it's like stand-up comedy. Go look up David Tell. I think he is the fastest joke. He does one-liners, like disjointed one-liners. You know who Mitch Hedberg was, right?
I've heard of him.
Okay. He's like, sadly, he was like one of this big up-and-coming comics in like the early 2000s. And he was obviously very, very drugged out. Like, he had the long hair. He looked like a long-haired Elton John.
Oh,
He
really?
had the fucking blue glasses and shit.
Okay.
And each joke was separate from the last. Like they didn't connect together at all. But he had such a great delivery way, and he would never look at the crowd. He'd do like, I used to do a lot of drugs. I still do drugs, but I also used to too. Like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or like, God, I kind of want to Google some of his jokes, but never mind. If you ever have a chance, look him up.
Look him up.
He is revered as one of the best newer comedians. Sadly, he overdosed and he died in like 2005. Yeah, he only had a very short career, but whatever he put out was so fucking
So good.
funny. Yeah,
So good.
and David Tell, they say, is like he kind of carried that on. But David Tell was going way before Mitch Hedberg. David Tell was before Mitch Hedberg. Mitch Hedberg came along and then he died, and David Tell's still going. But David Tell he is like pound for pound like the fastest comedian to me.
Dude.
Like just one-liners. He's like Rodney Dangerfield, just spitting the shit
Dude,
out
I
fast
loved
and fast.
Dangerfield too. He was a master of his time, dude.
They were talking about him on Joe Rogan the other day. Yeah. Did you know that he wasn't even big till he got to be like 50?
Yeah, dude.
He was a comedian for forever.
Yeah, dude.
Late bloomer.
Yeah, and did you know his signature, one of his signatures, no respect, and
No
like
respect.
his collar thing,
yeah,
when he would adjust his collar and his necktie and stuff, that was actually a thing of nerves. He was actually a very nervous comedian. Yep. He actually tried to hide it, but that was like one of his
little thing,
his little twitch or whatever was his nervous twitch. But yeah, that was his thing. When he would do that, he was nervous actually, but I loved him, dude. He was awesome.
Dude, yeah, one of the last things he did, sadly, was I used to be obsessed with this show on Disney Channel called The Phil of the Future.
Okay.
It's kind of like a young adult thing on the Disney Channel. And one of the last fucking things he did before he died was he was a talking dog.
Really? Oh, no.
Jesus. Anyways, I mean, maybe he wanted to do it.
Yeah.
So good for him.
Right.
But one of the this is weird, but if you ever watch even on a TV show, because they can't cut this shit out. If you watch on a TV show or on a stand-up comedy, watch their hands.
Okay.
If one of them's down at his side, he's most likely doing this.
Really?
He's picking at it.
Yeah.
Any comedian, female or male, some are better at hiding that they're nervous. They'll just walk and just do this. They're very calm. Some of the newer comedians, they'll fiddle with something.
I actually pick my hands a lot, dude.
I do too.
Look at that, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I do that a lot.
You can see the blood there.
Yep.
Like, yeah, it's a nervous tick.
Yeah.
If you ever watch a Super Bowl, a lot of football players, when they are on the sidelines, they'll be jumping.
Yeah.
And people used to think, well, look at this cocky son of a bitch. He's ready to go.
He's just showing off.
They say that if they don't jump, they're going to throw up because that's how nervous they are.
Oh, right.
Some of them say they don't even remember walking onto the field.
Probably not. It's like
because you're so
like
nervous you
out.
forget.
Yeah.
You're so nervous that your brain doesn't have the ability to record that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
But like, God, if you watch the last video I did with Juan, I have the David Tell Pandora station queued up. Whenever I open Pandora, the first thing I hear is a joke from David Tell. It's like, one of the best things about having a woman have sex with you isn't pleasing her, it's her pleasing you. I love when a woman's on top because it's two benefits to that. One, you don't have to do any work, and two, that's when you get to weigh her. And then like, there's someone in the back, boo, it's a chick, he goes, fuck you, that's funny.
Yeah, right.
He wasn't afraid of anything either.
No, he didn't give a shit.
No.
He still doesn't.
You ever seen that video where he gets heckled by this really old fucking lady?
I did not, no.
Oh my God. There's one where she goes, you gotta talk louder. He goes, oh, I'm sorry, you can't hear me? And he was really nice about it. He's like, yeah, you gotta talk louder, sweetheart. He goes, wow, way to kill my boner with that fucking voice. Hey, let's get a hand for the guy who has to fuck that. And then she goes, you're an asshole. He's like, hey, you wanted a hard motherfucker? I'm a hard motherfucker in this room. Like, he got mad.
Right.
Well, I've never seen David. Older comedians like him in their 40s and 50s, they can handle hecklers pretty smoothly.
Right.
Sometimes you have a meltdown, though.
Yeah, I know.
Where you get super mad.
I mean, it just might be the day they're having, too. And, like, the first person that challenges them or whatever, fucks with them, it's like, this isn't the day, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Here it comes because I'm going to dish it now.
Yeah,
exactly.
Well, they're ready for that. Like, to get a theater gig, like a big comic, you have to go a lot. Like, you have to do a lot of shit work. You have to use, so that way usually you're used to getting heckled.
Yeah.
One of the funniest dealings of a heckler to me was Paul F. Tompkins. Do you know who that is?
No.
He used to be on Best Week Ever all the time on VH1.
Oh, okay.
And he does stand-up comedy, and someone yelled out, you're a piece of shit at him. And he just said, sir, if I wasn't any smarter, I think you're trying to hurt my feelings. And everybody just laughed, and the other guy was like, nah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
You got to have something to come back to shoot down the hecklers.
Yeah.
You got to be quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, but as far as, like, there's one thing about these podcasts, like, I trail off a lot, but I try to bring it back. I love David Tell.
Yeah, he's
like his show
underrated. Like, yeah,
the show that he had,
the Insomniac one. That's the one that caught me in Comedy Central. That was like early 2000s.
Yeah, like 2001 or 2.
Yeah, something around there. And
well, that's when he would carry around like 5 or 6 disposable cameras.
Yeah,
and that's before selfies were a thing.
Dude.
He would angle it and went click, and like most of them wouldn't even turn out.
Here's the thing, dude.
Hmm.
Maybe he started the selfie. Maybe
Do you know who they credit with starting the selfie?
Who?
Thelma and Louise.
Yeah?
Yeah. It was like one of the first times they ever saw in a movie where they had a Polaroid and they got together and they turned it around and went because they were always on the run. They didn't have anyone to do it for them.
Yeah, true.
So,
true. Yeah.
I think, but no, David Tell would do that a lot. He would go. I love. God, that's what I wanted to do when I was a kid. I'm like, I want to do this. So I was like, when I turn 18, I'm gonna go apply to work with David Tell.
Yeah.
As like one of his camera guys or some shit.
Yeah.
Just to follow him around at night and be like, just see all the crazy shit that he gets into.
Well, he just got fucking hammered and just walked around the streets. And,
he didn't seem too drunk. I think
he
honestly,
could handle his
yeah, he's probably a big alcoholic.
He probably could handle his shit good too.
Yeah.
But he smoked like a chimney. I know that.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
He does a podcast with Joe Rogan a couple of times, and I don't see him without one.
Just chain, right?
Yeah.
Chain smoking.
Oh, by the time he's putting one out, he's lighting another one up. And he smokes like a chimney. He says he stopped drinking recently.
Oh, that's good.
Good. Yeah. Well, I mean, he doesn't look the greatest. I follow him on Instagram.
Yeah.
And he's getting up there. He's like 50.
Yeah.
Right now. But he doesn't look that great.
Well,
he's a road comic.
Road with the heavy alcohol and heavy smoking. I'm not saying any smoking or alcohol in general, but the heaviness of both combined and the road. That's gonna wear anyone out, dude. They're gonna not look the best, eventually.
Yeah, when it's like a lifestyle,
it's just gonna happen.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he leaned on that shit to have a good time.
Yeah.
He's one of those comics that never like got super successful.
No.
But I think that's because he didn't want to.
Probably not.
Honest.
No.
He was in a movie with Amy Schumer.
You remember
Trainwreck?
Oh.
He was a homeless guy.
He was in that?
He's in there for like 20 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. Not a big part, but yeah. What were you gonna say?
Crap, now I forgot.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. It was on the David Tell thing, but about what it does to you after a while. Oh,
smoking and drinking?
Yeah, but I was about something else. I think it was about that same generation. Oh yeah, like Greg Giraldo.
Oh yeah.
He passed.
I took that pretty hard. Actually.
Yeah, exactly.
He was my favorite.
But he was around this. He was the same era as like when Attell was as big as he's been. But they kind of reminded me. They were similar type comics too, in my opinion. They were that kind of gritty.
Yeah.
I don't want to rank them as that, but like bar style, bar scene,
Yeah.
gritty,
like,
just
yeah.
gritty.
Yeah.
Grungy.
They did
grunge,
bar. Yeah.
Grunge style comic. Yeah.
I'd say that's not a bad term to describe
that's
it.
That's the way. Yeah.
Yeah. They would go up on stage and do like a half hour, and you would hear bottles clinking in the background.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
And because that's where they started.
Mm-hmm.
And I think some of like Giraldo especially never got out of that. Sadly, he was my favorite.
I loved
for a
him
while.
Too.
He was so fucking funny in the roasts.
Yeah, that's what he was like one of the roast masters, dude. Honestly.
He never got to that because he died.
Yeah,
right when the last roast that he did, he got called on last, which is they always put the best one last.
Yep.
But in the roast of Flavor Flav, he was the first one, and he ruined that guy. Yeah. And Flavor Flav loved every second of it.
Yeah,
he loved it. He loved getting ripped on and laughed at. And called it. He just one of his best jokes was like he looked like a skeleton wrapped in electrical tape. And they cut to these guys falling out of their seats. They can't stop laughing.
Yeah, dude.
One guy's holding the other guy up because he can't stand up because he's laughing so hard. Yeah, you are one black motherfucker.
He will be missed, dude. Geraldo. Yeah. He was good. What's the other one? That was like his best friend. I can't think of his name. Wasn't it Geoff? Something? It was Geoff. Or
Jeff Ross.
Yes.
The Roastmaster General. Yeah, where the fuck has he been?
I don't know, but him and Geraldo were like peas in a pod. They were always roasting together.
Yeah.
I think it hit him hard, dude.
That should have been the thing. Was they should have gone on to do shit together.
Yes.
Jeff Ross had a show for a while on Comedy Central called Roastmaster Training, I think it was called, where he would teach people how to roast, I think.
Didn't he just was that Roastmaster where there was like a tournament to see who could rank up?
Yes.
Is that still going?
I have no idea.
I
haven't had cable in like 3 years.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Me neither, actually. So that was I watched some of that. That was a good show. I watched like one season, and I really got into a couple of the contestants, and one that I was hopeful for, who was really good, up and comer. He made it to the last match, and he choked though. He choked on a joke and ruined himself on that. I was like, damn, because he was so good. Otherwise, I'm gonna try to think of his name.
Yeah,
he's a younger guy, Matthew Brassard, I think.
Brassard?
Something like that.
Bells.
Look him up if you guys. Matthew Brassard, I think he dresses a lot like almost like a yuppie or a hipster type, or
hipster.
I don't know, kind of like my dress style or whatever.
Okay. That'd be more hipster. Yuppie's more of like the
right, but he's like a mix of the both.
Okay.
But yeah, he I think it is Matthew Brassard though. But anyway, if you guys don't know him, look him up. He's hilarious. He should have gone farther. Yeah, he totally choked though. He actually like stumbled, and I think he actually said the ending of his joke before the getting to it. So he panicked. He was like nerves. It was nerves. Dude.
Yeah, he probably did that and then didn't recover.
Yeah, that's what it was. He couldn't recover out of it. He just kind of like stumbled.
How old was he? Do you know?
He's probably about my age.
Oh shit.
Maybe about my age, maybe even younger or slightly so around my age, just in general. I don't know exactly. I follow him on Instagram. I could try to look him up quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
But he has his Instagram name does not match his real name. But if I type his real name in, it should pop up.
Yeah. If you can't do it, I always go to the Internet Explorer, whatever browser version you have, and then just go just type Matt Brassard.
I actually found it.
You found him?
Yeah, his Instagram.
Can I see what he looks like?
Yeah, Monday Punday.
Monday Punday. Oh Jesus.
And yeah, see he's no. You can look at him there, but yeah, he's pretty funny. If you guys don't know him,
Skullfest in Atlanta.
He's a funny guy.
He's fucking Pokemon.
Yeah, dude.
So he's young.
Yes. Yeah.
So he posts a lot of stuff from his younger. Okay, so like, unfortunately, I don't really like newer comedians. Sadly,
right.
I know
usually
it's really
either,
bad, but
no, I agree.
Yeah, like the youngest comic I like really is like Anthony Jeselnik, and he's like 40 now. When I first started seeing him, he's like in his mid 30s.
Mm-hmm.
But fucking,
I actually remember Geraldo with Jeselnik when he's like, "What's up, Jizzle Nuts?" or something.
Jizzle Nuts, yeah. Jizzleneck, they call him Jizzleneck all the time.
I'm sure he got so much for his name.
Oh yeah, well, the roast that happened after he passed, was I think it was the roast of Trump, and he said, "Anthony Jeselnik, sorry to tell you this, but the only reason you're here is because Greg Giraldo's dead." And everyone went, "Oh," I remember that. And he went,
he's like, "Yeah," because he got the was it a too soon thing? Like,
but they recorded it after he died. Yeah, sadly. Because everybody said Greg roast in peace or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was tough. I downloaded all his stuff before he died, and then he passed. And then I was like listening to it and shit. I'm like, fuck, man. And then they aired a show called God, what was it? Something about I forgot what it was called. It was Comedy Central salutes Greg Giraldo, I think. And
was it a tribute to him?
Yeah, it was a tribute. But one of the best ones I didn't know existed. Do you remember this show called Tough Crowd with Colin Quinn?
No.
This was on around 2002, 3.
Okay.
And it got replaced by the fucking blue collar TV.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Well, that's when they were taking over the world.
I do like Ron White.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's got a new fucking special. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
And it's not like rednecky at all. It's all about like his adventures in life and shit. Because he was never really a redneck.
No, exactly.
He just didn't give a fuck.
He was the least redneck of them. And
no, he always came out in a suit and tie.
Suit, tie, cigar, and scotch.
Yeah.
Never seen without either one.
Yeah, and they were all in the same hand.
Yeah, dude.
But on the Greg Giraldo tribute, there was this part where do you know who Dennis Leary is?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, okay. So you had Dennis Leary on one side and Greg on the other, and it was mostly a debate format.
Okay.
But usually the comics just agreed with each other.
Yeah.
And Dennis Leary, I guess, is a little more right wing than all the rest of them because most comics and most Hollywood actors are leftists.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was saying, well, we should go over there and fucking kill him about Korea or some shit.
Oh, yeah.
And then Geraldo was like, well, maybe there's a nonviolent solution. Gave him no attitude whatsoever. He goes, you think there's a nonviolent solution to something like this, with all those nuclear bombs pointed at us and shit? He goes, and he replies with, yeah, that never worked. Look at that whole Russian thing over in the desert. Yeah, that never solved anything. And that was when they ended the nuclear threat with Desert Storm, I think it was. And Dennis Leary's like, So Geraldo burned him like 2-3 times in a row. And now Geraldo, well, you don't know about Geraldo, I don't know if you knew this, but he was a Harvard lawyer. He graduated a year early, was a lawyer, and then if you notice when he's talking, he'll repeat things sometime.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be like, they want to take batting records away from people who are using steroids. Batting records away from people who are using steroids.
Yep.
He repeats that because they train lawyers to do that because it gets it in the jury's head.
It gets
faster.
the point across.
Yes,
It sinks it in.
times.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a lawyer technique, and he used that in his comedy. And Dennis Leary knew that about him because they came up together in the comedy scene. And the line was, the burn was, you're one of those little nerdy kids who, after the class was done, you would ask if there was any homework, more homework to do, if you could do any more homework. And everyone was like, yeah, funny. And then Geraldo was so fucking fast at burning him back. Dennis Leary admitted, he's like, yeah, I didn't want to work. I just wanted to come out there and just say whatever. And then they're like, but if you weren't on your toes with Geraldo, he's going to burn your ass, dude. So he goes, yeah, you're the kind of nerdy kid that used to ask for more homework at the end of the day. And he goes, yeah, that's true. I might be a little nerdy, but if you knew anything about comedy writing, your show would still be on the air.
Oh.
And he's mid-sip, and he goes, and like the crowd just goes, oh, and then the cameras keep going back and forth and just keep looking at each other like this.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna go at it, and then also
like it's almost like a showdown.
It was,
showdown.
Yeah. And then because like one guy put his knee up on the coffee table where they were sitting, and one of the other guys put his hand on Geraldo's leg, but they were both just like looking at each other,
the stare down,
and their eyes kept getting wider and wider and shit, and and then Dennis Leary kind of laughed it off because it was a tribute. You can't say this bad shit about the dead guy. And he was like, yeah, he had a point though. That's why it hurt, because I knew he was right.
The burns with the biggest touch of truth are the hardest hitting ones, obviously.
Yeah,
exactly.
because it's just like a fucking jab.
Like, what do I do now?
Oh, he stuck me.
He got me.
Yeah,
he got me.
Yeah, it's like those fucking your mama slams or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that Nick Cannon used to do it Wild and Out. Yeah, fuck that.
Fuck that.
Because it was never real. They probably never met each other's mothers.
I never got into that one. I almost even tried to. And I'm like, this is fucking stupid. I couldn't. I'm sorry. That's my opinion. I couldn't do it.
I remember a lot of people my age were into it, but I never got into it.
No, I tried like a couple episodes. I'm like, no, I'm good.
Yeah, I never.
Thanks, but no thanks.
Was that on MTV?
I think it was something like that.
I never even got into MTV, to be honest.
I only
Cisco.
did it way in the early days, and this is going to show my age a little bit again too. But like the Beavis and Butthead and shit.
Well, yeah, I did too.
When they actually still played the '90s grunge, they had the music videos and stuff. That was shit. That was when Pearl Jam was new and shit. Right?
Fucking Pearl Jam.
Yeah,
I have a thing against Pearl Jam. My dad never ever played music, but he was always singing Pearl Jam.
Yeah.
And I never got into it. Usually you get into the music that your parents show you. My mom listened to nonstop Shania Twain. My dad would always sing Pearl Jam, and I hate both of them. So.
I actually like Pearl Jam. I like Pearl Jam, but
they're good.
But I
just don't like them.
Hilariously like mocking singing. Like I'll sing to them, and my friends or girlfriend who I'm around at the time, I'll just like sing stupidly to Pearl Jam, and they're just like, just quit, Fear and flow, and no, not today. We're not doing that.
You ever seen the movie Into the Wild?
sounds so familiar. When
Uh,
did it come out?
2004.
Possibly. The title sounds familiar, but
It is about this kid who, after he graduates college, he sells everything he owns except his car. He sends the money off to a charity and it puts all the cash in an envelope, sends it to like Blue Cross and says, feed somebody with this. And he drives across the country.
Really?
Yeah, with no money.
Wow.
When he runs out of gas, he leaves his car there and just keeps going.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, it's based on a true story too. Like, you can look it up.
I have seen it then.
Eddie Vedder does the entire soundtrack.
Really?
And it's all original music.
Oh,
like,
okay.
He records.
So it's like solo stuff of his?
Yes.
Then? Okay.
Yeah, he didn't use the band,
No,
Pearl Jam, but he used he did it himself. He is original music. It's like some of it's not. There's no words. Some of it is.
Okay.
It's a lot of like
instrumental.
Yeah, a lot of it is just like chanting or noises.
Oh,
Like,
okay. Yeah.
And then they
Like
play music
yeah.
over it.
Okay.
I kind of liked it.
I
When I drove to Utah in 2015. Yeah, I don't know if I ever told you I did that.
No.
But one day me and Hannah, we decided there's this family that she knew that would take us in for like a week or two, and we just drove out there one day. It was really cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, like that's something that everybody talks about, but like to get the money together to do that,
yeah,
it's not easy.
No,
and we just got lucky.
That's good.
Fucking split off, and
that's awesome, man.
And we played the soundtrack the whole time.
That's cool.
I mean, it was only like it's only like an hour and a half long. We just kept it on repeat. That and Blink-182.
Okay, there you go.
Played Blink-182 the whole time.
I have to have music for everything, dude. I'm huge into huge into music.
What are you listening to these days?
Well, the usual stuff I've always been into, but I'm really into like alternative indie stuff like that. I'm a little bit of honestly everything, anything and everything. Very least would be very little. Smallest amount was country.
That's fine.
I can't do it.
Not
for very long. I can listen to. Don't get me wrong. There's some old country music and songs that are good. Tim McGraw, I like. He's decent and whatever. Kenny Chesney, some of those older artists, Trace Adkins and whatever. Blake Shelton. But like again, I can't listen to it. Like if it's on all day. Like I used to work at Tekra, the pin factory.
Yeah.
And they would have a whole days where they would just play country, and I'm like, do I just kill myself?
Yeah.
Or do I just do I kill myself now, or do I let the music kill me?
Yeah.
But yeah,
brain starts dripping out of your ears.
So country's probably the least, or not too much rap and hip hop. Some like I'm a huge Kid Cudi guy. I like him.
Okay.
But he's almost like an alternative or indie of, I would say. I don't know what you'd call him, hip hop. I don't know.
Kid Cudi?
Yeah, what would you call him? R&B? I don't know.
Sadly, I Google it for you.
I don't know.
But...
He's like the alternative or indie of that, though. I mean, he doesn't really fit in a group because he even has actual instruments, electric guitar and whatnot.
Does he really?
Oh yeah, it's good.
He was on Joe Rogan's podcast. I mention him a lot, by the way. So
I think he's going through some dark times.
What the
Kid Cudi, dude. He has some dark stuff. Dark.
Oh, like, hang on a second. He's only 6 years older than me.
So he's probably
84. He's born in 84.
So he's only 4 years older than me.
Yeah.
Shit.
They just call him a recording artist.
Yeah, you can't really
hang on.
Group him.
He's active.
But
alternative hip hop.
There,
fucking God.
I nailed it.
What the hell?
All right.
Alternative hip hop, neo psychedelia, and an alternative rock.
Yeah.
And he can do vocals and guitar.
Told you. Yeah.
Fucking idiot.
I know.
Awesome.
I'm pretty musically in the game. I mean, I love music. I have to have it for almost any situation. I'm driving somewhere. I'm driving to the fucking store. I'm playing something. I'm going on a hike. I'm playing something. Like if I'm taking a rest when I'm hiking, like if I sit down and take a breather, I'm playing music, dude. It's just how it is. But yeah, alternative indie stuff like that is my highest. I like hard rock. I like grunge rock. The '90s, like we were talking Pearl Jam and I don't know if you know who the Toadies are. They had that huge
I've
hit.
heard the
So
name.
help me, Jesus.
Yeah. One hit wonders.
Yeah, but I actually love and super love that song. But yeah, any of the '90s grunge, I love that stuff. Indie. I like Metallica.
Fuck yeah.
I do like
I love Metallica too.
Yeah.
You know I do. Everybody does.
Deftones. I mean, I'm tatted with Deftones.
Deftones stuff, yeah.
Yeah, Deftones is huge. Probably one of my favorite bands of all time if I had to pick one.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember
Waves.
you big Deftone fan when I first met you.
That's another band I'm really into. They're like a surfer punk. They're like surfer indie punk. So
I actually don't mind surf music. There's something about
surf
it.
rock or whatever.
Yeah.
They're the acid rock.
They're
all trippy out.
Yeah, it's like a heavier rockier version of Pink Floyd.
Yeah, I really like psychedelic music, trippy stuff. I like that stuff a lot. Hendrix.
What I don't fucking like is just when it just goes on for fucking ever. Those like, it's like.
So you probably don't like a lot of that '70s stuff then, because that does draw. I mean, you got like what? I mean, Hendrix and Zeppelin and Pink Floyd and all them. They did like. They would have 8 to 10 minute long songs.
Oh, dude,
and that's what you're describing. You don't too into though, like the
where it's only like 3 notes a fucking minute. I like Zeppelin, but it's just like get the fuck on with it, dude.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but that's just me.
No, I mean as far as that kind of music goes, Hendrix is probably my favorite. He was genius,
of course. Yeah,
but. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff I'm into. Same stuff I've been into for years. I mean, what are you into? You like I know if I remember right, you like a lot of the punk rock, right? Like Blink-182. You used to love Offspring, I know.
I still do.
Yeah. Did they actually sign their rights away now or something? Are they?
You know, I heard that.
That's what I heard.
Like they got rid of their entire library and shit.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
If that's true, that's sad.
I don't know, but they released a single like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's been on the radio and it charted pretty high. Really? I think it was just because it's a good song. It's called Coming For You.
Yeah.
And they were like, got a new album coming. 2018. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Get busy.
Yeah.
You guys are like 55 now. Yeah. Oh, the singer looks ugly as shit now.
Does he now? Dexter?
Dexter Holland.
Yeah.
Yep. I saw him in 2010 the first time.
Yep.
And I saw... He wasn't skinny, but he wasn't fat. And then I saw him again in 2015, 14. I saw him actually with Andrew and Alexa.
Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
And he didn't look that great. And now he looks terrible. Well, he's 55.
Right,
I mean,
right.
I can give him a break, but like, he's got that fucking voice on him.
Yeah.
I just thought of like, what if someday, now I have Apple Music, I can just search by any artist and everything they've ever come out with will appear. And I can just either listen to it or download it or put it on my phone or whatever. I was thinking about like, next time I hear like a band, like an alternative band, like you're saying, like had like a one-hit wonder in the 90s.
Yeah.
Fucking, I'm just going to look up what they have and go through everything.
Seriously,
like,
that's what I do.
Candlebox.
Like
anything that sounds good.
Any of that stuff. That Toadies band.
Toadies.
More into them, yeah.
Yeah. There's one band that I just got Incubus. I did that with Incubus. I got all their shit now.
I love Incubus, dude.
Incubus they're coming to the rave in July.
Favorite song by them, dude. And it's not even that big of one. Warning. You know that?
Warning?
Yeah. She came without a warning. Something like that.
I have heard that song.
That's good. Yeah. That's a really good one.
Yeah.
Vitamin. That's a good one. Vitamin. That was off their Science album. It's got that weird face.
I've only listened to each album like once. And actually, I think one of my favorite albums. It's kind of recent, but Light Grenades.
Okay.
That I like that. It had just a weird like the song Anomaly. I thought it was supposed to be the word anomaly.
Yeah, anomaly.
I think it is, but they chopped it in half and made it some chick's name.
Okay.
And it's talking about this. It's about this sailor who like can't find this girl, but. Like in the song, they talk about how they have the ability to travel to different planets and shit. I'm like, that's like sci-fi and astrology and all that shit mixed in one. I'm like, that's dope. I don't even say dope, and I just said it.
Yeah, you did.
For some fucking reason.
It's on the air. You said dope.
It's all fucking yeah. I was saying that earlier. Like I always mention how I came up with the name Weekend Adrenaline because in case my fucking partner ever tries to steal it, I'm gonna take his ass to court.
Yeah.
I always told him I thought of this recently. If I can get enough people to get into this, I'm gonna trademark it.
Nice.
It's like $500 though.
Yeah.
But then like if I build the popularity of it and it actually goes somewhere and I can like brand this out, maybe make like stupid T-shirts or some shit. If I ever wanted to someday, I could just sell it off for like $1,000 or some shit. I don't know.
Whatever.
It's something. It's like I can afford it. This apartment's like nothing, and I make a decent amount of money to the point where it's like I have spending money.
Yeah.
But as far as like music, yeah, I'm still listening to the same shit. But I've been branching out since I got Apple Music.
Yeah, I mean, I branched out. You always find new bands.
Yeah, I should get a shirt that says Apple Shill because I've had iPhone since I was 23.
Really?
And yeah, I've had iPod since I was 13. I've had iPhone since I was 23. And I love Apple Music. I don't give a fuck if anyone's like, "Oh, it's Apple." It's cheap and it's easy, so fuck yourself.
Right. I mean, I just got rid of. I had a iPhone. Was a 6S, but
yeah,
I got rid of it because the battery just took a shit, and I didn't feel like replacing the battery because it's an internal one. You got to send it in.
Yeah.
So I do just have a Samsung right now.
It's all good, but I don't have phone superiority complex. No. It's like a phone's a phone.
I know some people be like, "Oh, you got this piece of shit." The fuck
gives a fuck? What
you are a shitty person. You what is this? No, no. But seriously, people are literally like that almost. Like
it's disgusting. I fucking hate it. Like every time, like I'm like, aren't you almost 30? Like, aren't no fun? Like,
yeah,
that's my thing. I'm like, you are talking about something that you have no part in. Right. You are not part of my fucking phone life. So why the hell are you talking about it?
What does it matter?
Yeah.
They're both no matter what the brand, they do the same shit for the most part. I mean, yeah, they have their little special, company quirks and whatever, but they do the same stuff. They text, they do videos,
internet and shit.
Yeah. They do the typical thing a phone needs to do.
Usually the joke is that iPhone is like a year behind.
Yeah.
So the fuck what? Like, yeah, and then it catches up next year, but then like Samsung will do something else that's never done. Like, oh, now your phone can make you turkey sandwiches or some shit like that.
I mean, that kind of shit's with any piece of technology that exists. TVs are going to try to catch up with one another and keep doing more creative shit, more innovative stuff. Video game systems, that's the biggest competitors of all. They're not, knocking each other's heads, trying to come up with the next best thing above one another. What can we do that they didn't? That's what every electronic thing that exists is.
Yes.
A camcorder, a camera. What can we do that one did? What can a Nikon do that, another camera, a Sony camera? It's just, that's electronic.
That's just how it is. Yeah. That's how everything is. That's how clothing is.
That's true. That's true.
It's just like, but they've perfected the shirt. They've perfected the jeans. They've perfected the whatever, the shoe. Now they're like, well, like this stuff is advancing so fast that they're like, well, we just got to like, we got to think of the next one.
Well, they're going to hit a wall.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Not with phones, no.
I feel like eventually, though, how much shit can you shove into a phone?
Do you know?
Well, before they're like, what can we really?
Did you know
what else can we possibly do?
In the 1950s, they said that everything that has been invented has already been invented.
And they said that was
in the 50s.
Really?
The fucking 1950s.
Wow.
They said that it's not going to get past this. This is the peak of technology. This is the peak of human evolution and existence.
Gee, were they wrong?
Yeah. Yeah, and now look what we have.
Yeah.
We have the world in our fucking pockets, and we just
literally,
we make these fucking things like not a doubt. This has more. I've been told by a lot of people that the first smartphone had more processing power in its processor than the computer that put the shuttle into space, and then went on the moon.
For real.
For those of you who believe that we went to the moon.
I don't know.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You think we went to the moon?
Yeah.
No, you can say if you doubt it.
I don't know. I doubt a lot of things, though. I'm kind of that guy. I'm in a way, I'm like a real life Hyde. I doubt everything.
That's all good.
I don't know what I believe.
They made a car that runs on water.
What do I believe?
It's a boat. Oh shit.
I don't know. That's how I am, man. I question everything. I question existence.
You should.
I question it all.
You should. Well, the new thing is we might be in a simulation.
Yeah,
You hear about that?
Here's where one of my deep things that
Here we go.
Here we go.
I'm ready.
This is the good shit. We're saving it.
I'm strapped in.
You ready? Got the seatbelt?
Yeah.
What if this is seriously a thought of mine, and you guys can sound like I'm crazy, but this is. So I see myself. I don't like getting into religion and politics, but this isn't. I kind of avoid both because here's my part of religion. I see myself as agnostic, meaning I don't know what to believe in, meaning I'm almost every religion, if you want to put it that way, because I don't know what to believe in. I don't know what there is or what it could be. I believe there's something.
One second.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. I believe
you're addressing the crowd now.
Oh, I am. I believe there's something, right? There's something out there that created us or how we began. Because I mean, we're like a speck of dust in the whole universe.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing, right? As far as planet Earth. But what if like some other beings or some smarter intelligence, what if the planet Earth is literally like, we're a fucking ant farm, dude. We're like an experiment. Like, what if we're just like there to be like, we're pets of someone else? You ever think about that? What if we're like far superior or like more intelligent thing is out there? Like, man, look at these dumb motherfuckers down here. They're just pets to us. They're like an ant farm. When we want to get rid of it, we're done with that shit. Or maybe they're waiting to see how far we will advance and how smart we can advance ourselves and build up a society or whatever. But maybe they're waiting for us to crash and burn too eventually. Who knows, right? I mean, that's like I said, this isn't necessarily what I believe in. It's just a thought that's occurred, like what if kind of thing. You got to admit that's a pretty. I mean that's getting into the whole universe. That isn't just Earth now. That
I've had that thought before.
Yeah.
There's been multiple, not discoveries, but like theories that are somewhat founded now of where we are an experiment.
So
genetic engineering.
Okay.
That we are a byproduct of something from another plane of existence.
So kind of like I was saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
But our concept of God being something from the Bible, or something from how did Buddhism come out? Like the Buddha appeared to someone in a dream, but who slept beneath a tree, something like that.
Yeah.
However, religion came about is that that's a concept of God that came about to not scare people. But I honestly think that like I think it's fun to talk about this, but like I am a Christian.
Yeah.
I have no problem saying that. But there's a lot of people that say this. Somewhere in the universe, there are humanoid creatures like us with a head and 2 arms and 2 legs, with a torso.
So our same structure.
Yes, Homo sapien structure. That was in another either realm of existence or maybe even a different galaxy. And they put several organisms in this spaceship, however they got us here, and shot us. And we just happened to get here. And then we colonized the Earth.
Okay.
Now, they can't prove that.
Right.
But but they have proved that all life, human life, did originate in Africa. They have proved that.
Really?
Yes. The Bible, the Christian Bible, says we came from the Middle East. The Garden of Eden is situated between the Tigris and the Euphrates River, and that place does exist. And you can go there.
Oh, okay.
It's not like a lush green place.
Yeah.
But the Tigris and the Euphrates River is real, and you can go there. I think it's a tourist attraction.
Okay.
You can go where they think it is. It's not like a small plot of land. It's a country.
Yeah.
But that's where they said, so they're relatively close. Like, it doesn't say where in Africa, but like here's Africa and then here's the section of the world that the Bible says we came from. That's relatively close. So if however we got here landed in Africa or somewhere in there, considering that it was a random shot, that's not far off. So I think that like the Bible and then the scientist version and all that shit, I think that's all relatively the same version. They're different versions of the same story.
Yeah.
They're different interpretations of it.
Yeah.
And I think you hit it on the head very close of that you think there's a higher power and that we're just a plaything maybe. And then maybe they might have been traveling here to check on us for millions of years.
Yeah.
But to them, that's the concept of time isn't the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
They might not even age. They might just be these beings that just kind of that will come to check on us.
Almost like a
all right, we're going there right
entity,
now. Yes,
almost, yeah.
yes. They're like, okay, we're going to go there right now and check on planet XY8942, which is us. And to us, them, it might be instantaneous, but to us, it's like trillions of years.
Exactly.
So they might be on their way here right now to check.
When people say they, who knows what's valid? Again, I'm not saying
this is all just fun.
Exactly. When people say they see a UFO or whatever, and it's a somewhat valid occurrence.
A claim,
yeah, exactly. It's not some just crazy redneck in his backyard, whatever.
Yeah.
But when you get a somewhat valid one and you're like, dude, it makes you think, like, is that them checking? Like, is it,
Probably.
Yeah, exactly.
And then that's why they've never landed, because they're like, you're not ready.
Yeah. Exactly.
Joe Rogan's got a stand-up bit where he goes, he says, I think the aliens know where we're at, but they don't want to fucking come by. Because he says, think about if you went into the Congo and found a group of chimps that knew how to take selfies of their dicks, send it to the female chimps, and then shot rocket launchers at each other, you wouldn't want to go near that shit either. Oh, wait, that's us.
Yeah.
So,
right?
Yeah, like I think there has to be other shit out there.
There's something. There's something.
There's nothing.
We don't know what, but there's something.
There's nothing in the Bible, even if you go by the Bible, the Christian Bible, there's nothing that says that there's nothing beyond us.
Yeah. And to think in this entire universe that there is nothing else that can support life somewhere else, that's a little ignorant, in my opinion.
No, it is. Because you don't fucking know. There's people that haven't seen the edge of the universe.
As a speck of dust in the universe, we're the only living planet. Come on.
No, we're not.
No.
Well, they found like a bunch of super Earths, didn't they?
They found
where there's like it's sustainable to a point, but it's not as good as ours.
Right. Like it would hold life. It would just be a little harder, but it would be enough to somewhat live off of.
What do you think of Elon Musk?
Elon Musk.
Yeah, you know about him?
Not too much.
He's the owner of Tesla. So he's got like all the money in the fucking world. And he just shot a rocket with a car inside it into space. But he's not working for the government, so like he just did it without their permission.
He's like self-funding his own.
Yeah, yeah. Oh no, he's a big mega billionaire. I follow him on Instagram, and he's always posting videos of like these robots that he's making. And they have one where the robot ran a hurdle race, and it didn't win, but it did it correctly.
Really?
And he said, in 5 to 10 years, you won't be able to see this robot. Sweet dreams.
Almost like
is a threat. Like he's a goof. He's only in his like 40s or 50s, and he's super smart, and he's super well funded, and he's making all this AI, it's automated intelligence, and
so he's saying there's going to be these androids that exist that are going to look so human you're not going to know they're with us.
That and he says I think he meant that like the robot's going to run so fast you won't be able to see it.
Oh, I get it. Yeah. Like it's going to be uncompetable against. Like you can't beat it.
Yeah. Or they're going to run into your room and kill you.
Oh, jeez.
Well, that's what Terminator is. The robot became self-aware, and they're like,
well, the computer Skynet it launched the missiles on its own. That's a whole yeah. They have self-aware.
Yeah. That Elon Musk guy, he was talking about putting. Well, they already signed up. They already picked all the people. They're doing a mission to Mars, a one-way trip. You're not coming back.
Really?
To try to set something up there, like a base.
Oh, like a station, right? Yeah.
Something. They're gonna send a ton of supplies, and they're gonna send a bunch of building shit, and they're gonna try. They're gonna fucking try.
Who are these people that are gonna go?
Just volunteers.
Like
30 people.
I'm done with Earth. I want to try living in. Yeah.
They're they're fucking brave. They're like, listen, you can go to Mars, but you're not coming back. You can't.
Shit.
You can't. We don't have the technology to get
Right,
there,
you'll
and then they
make it
go
there.
back.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the reason that they said yes, some of them probably are okay with dying, but some of them are probably thinking, well, if we can survive long enough, they'll have the technology to come get us.
That's true.
At some point, like we'll return to Earth, or maybe life on Mars will be.
Isn't the thing right now, like when you get to Mars, it's the not having literally any possible way to have enough fuel to get back? Isn't that one of the things?
I think that's why.
Yeah, I think that is.
I Googled it recently. I remember in the 90s I was watching a documentary, and it said it would take 18 months to get to Mars.
Yeah.
I think, and now it's like 18 days.
Because we don't have a ship that is even capably possible of holding that much fuel.
Yeah, it's not like it's like those giant fucking ships from Alien, like that was carrying like 750 million tons of ore, and then they just fly around like the sun or some shit.
Yeah,
I'm gonna Google how long to get to Mars. Get your ass to Mars.
All of a sudden, they have it on Google Maps. It's gonna take approximately.
The journey from the Earth to Mars takes 300 days. Never mind. Every 2 years, Mars is at its closest point, only 55 million kilometers, and is the ideal time to send a spacecraft. So travel time depends on the positions of the planets and how much fuel you're willing to burn. That was 2013.
So 300 days, roughly?
Here's something. This is from actual NASA. 300 days. Yeah, in theory...
So like 10 months, roughly,
33
right?
million miles.
Wouldn't that be about 10 months?
Yeah. The closest recorded approach to the planets occurred in 2003 when they were only 34 million miles apart. So it's still not really coming up. This is from last year.
Okay.
So, they're down to 162 days.
Oh, that cut it in half.
Closest. Here. Using the fastest spacecraft. The fastest spacecraft launched from Earth was NASA's New Horizons, which visited Pluto in 2015. In January 2006, the probe left Earth at 36,000 miles per hour. If such a probe traveled in a straight line to Mars, the time it would take to be to Mars. Now, this is a probe.
Yeah.
It's like the size of this room, maybe. Closest approach, 39 days. Closest record approach, 41 days. Farthest approach, 289 days. On average, 162 days. Things get complicated, it says. How long? Here's a list of how long it took several historical missions to reach the Red Planet. Launch dates are included. Perspective. 1965, they did a flyby. It was 200. Okay, so the most recent thing was the Mars Science Laboratory, 254 days.
Okay.
So that's the most recent data they have. With all the people and gear, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe a year.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty generous.
Yeah.
I wouldn't fucking do it.
No. Not until we're more sure of.
Yeah. Send some crash test dummies up there first.
Right.
Isn't there a band called Crash Test Dummies?
That was a 90s band, yeah. I don't know if you consider them grunge.
Fun fucking name, though.
Crash Test Dummies.
Yeah, like Bloodlet. I was obsessed with names when I came up with Team Ass.
Yeah.
Just naming shit like this, like Weekend Adrenaline. Like I just came up with it, but like
Yeah, now we're Team As. There's never the three of us together at the same time. Team As.
Do you know Alexa moved to Illinois?
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, fucking Andrew, man, he's married now.
I think you two should try to reconnect sometime.
I think I sent him a message. I might have sent one to him.
If he's watching, he could be watching.
He's not.
No.
Because everybody that tunes in is listed right here.
No.
And yeah,
I see you. All right.
So sadly, he's not, and I tagged your name in it. So if he was ever on your page, he would have seen that.
Yeah, he would be. He'd only be through on my page if he was.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's why I reconnected, dude. It's like the typical kind of response is going to sound like, but life is too short to really to hate, and hate's a really strong word. And I never hated. I don't know if I've ever actually hated anyone. Maybe come close, But hate is a very strong word. I mean,
yeah. I mean, you don't realize it when you're a kid.
It's too
You just
short.
throw
Life
that
is
word
too
around.
short to hold grudges, man.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It's like, and it's like, why add to that extra anxiety or whatever? Because then, when you see that person in public, it's like, oh, no, what do I do? If you would just let it go, there's not that anxiety. It's like, oh, hey,
you could walk right fucking
buddy,
up to him.
Hey, it's not, oh, geez. It's not, that's just so unnecessary to live on with these little grudges. I mean, come on.
We did that on Halloween. I saw you and I was like, I don't know if I can go
I
up
did
to
the
him.
same thing because you actually, you can, correct me if I'm wrong, but it almost looked like you were going to raise your hand and like say something to me.
I was.
And then you kind of just like, oh, never mind.
Yeah.
And I had the same thought, but I was in that giant
shark suit,
fucking shark mask. But so you couldn't see my emotions or my expressions, but I was just like, yeah, no. I was close that day. But
you never fucking know, dude. Like I've gone up to people and said, hey, and they're like, just no, just get the fuck away from me.
I mean, that
like,
shit's all in the past, man. It was all just, I think it was just misunderstandings. It was most of it anyway. And
we were kids.
It was more immaturity.
I mean, we still kind of are, but
it was immature. It was immature shit. All around.
But like the fact that we decided to move on from it was really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you have so many fucking stupid people in the world, and I know plenty of them that just talk about how they hate this person, or I don't talk to this person, I don't talk to this person, or I hate, or they do, and then they are friends with them, but then behind their back they talk so much shit. It's just like, what a waste of just hard emotion.
That's like
it's just fucking like,
that's a pet peeve of mine, dude.
Yeah.
When you're two-faced, that's what it comes out. You're friendly in front of the person. The second they leave the room or turn their back,
bitch ass motherfucker.
I fucking hate that guy, motherfucker. And it's like, all right.
Yeah, it's like,
I don't want to. It's like, I don't want to hear it. Shut up.
It's like, yeah, no kidding. Yeah. And like, especially in this day, and like, if I were to spend any time with older people, like, not saying older, but like 35, 40, it's just, what the fuck are you doing? What are you holding on to that for?
Yeah.
What are you holding on to? Just a ball of hate.
Isn't there enough to worry about between bills, job, regular life, than to add the secondary bullshit? Is that so unnecessary?
You should fucking say that, being like, you must not have any bills.
Do you have anything else to worry about?
You must not have any responsibilities. What the fuck is this supposed to mean? Because all you're doing is talking shit about your neighbor or your fucking friends. Your friends.
Yeah, friends. Exactly. That's it's one of the biggest things around is like friends. Yeah.
I mean, there's generally people that like I can't stand.
Well, yeah.
And like I've systematically like this whole cutting toxic people out of your life thing. Mm-hmm. When I first heard that, I'm like, no, a real strong person would try to talk to them, but there's several people in my life that I've tried talking to and they just don't. It's not like they're not seeing it my way. It's just like, seriously, you're 27, 28 and you're still hung up on this thing, or you haven't. I guess some people's lifestyle, like if you had a friend that was just constantly fucking up, going to jail, and then just blame the government or blame, your environment, blame Fondy, like go fucking. It's like I have to do heroin because Fondy sucks. Yeah. I fucking said it. Sorry, but that's bullshit. And
I agree.
I fucking moved out of Fondy, and you know what? I miss Fondy. I don't like living this far away from it. To be honest, there's no benefit of moving out of town, because if you're a piece of shit, the shit's gonna follow you.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're the one creating this shit.
So it's like you can't. Every time someone's like, "Well, I'm gonna fucking move out of town," I say, "Go."
Yeah,
because you'll fucking learn.
This is gonna sound a bit like a motivational speaker now, but for real,
go ahead.
You control your own life. Mm-hmm. You control your death. It's not. I picked the heroin. Picked me.
Fuck off.
Yeah, exactly. No, it didn't.
Yeah, you can shut your legs or make him wear protection, and then that way you don't have to have a baby.
That's the
other thing. And then that way you
don't
have to have a part-time job and not get ahead, and then sit here like, well, I have this baby.
Yeah, that's the other
thing.
And
now I can't get ahead, so I have to have a part-time job. So then you spend all your fucking money at the bar.
Yeah, exactly. Then you hear him, oh, I got this fucking child support. Well, then dude, come on.
Then get a better job.
Well, not only that, if you didn't want a kid, why did you do it?
Yeah.
Plan for it. I know
we all fuck up though.
Yeah, I mean, there are times, okay, it happens, the kid thing, weren't trying, and you honestly were cautious or whatever. There's those times, but a lot of people, they're just like, they don't care.
Yeah.
Then they have the kid, and then all they do is bitch about it.
They don't want to adapt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, my old job, no fucking way I could afford this apartment on my old job. I barely afforded my last apartment. And I'm like, I need some more fucking money. So I started asking around. I'm like, you seem like you're doing okay. Where are you working these days? And they'd be like, oh, I'm working at, I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, right.
I'm working at blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm going to apply there because I want that kind of money. How long do I have to work there to get that money? 90 days. I took like a $3 pay cut to go to this place for 90 days. I busted my ass. And they're like, you're doing great. Here's a $7 raise. Holy shit. And now I make a decent amount of money and I can afford this place and I can eat wherever I want. I can do whatever I want anytime and I'm fine. I'm safe. So the whole fucking thing where, like, let's say I was fucking around, I have a baby, and then the girl I'm with doesn't want to be with me because we haven't known each other that long. And now I've got this baby with this woman that doesn't care about me. And it's like, I could stay, and so many people do this. They stay at their old fucking job that they only make like, whatever an hour, that they can't support themselves or the baby. They're always fucking at the bars. You have to critique yourself. You have to be hard on yourself. And no one wants to do that. Well, I should be able to have fun too.
I should be able to.
You can.
Well, here's the main thing. Like you said, it's the denial thing. It's like, I should be able to live the old life I had before I had a kid. You can't. No,
you can't.
I mean, and I don't have any kids.
By the way, this is all bullshit. This is coming from two guys who don't have kids. Yeah. But this is just our opinion. So.
But for real, the thing I see about it, I notice about it, and this would be if I had a kid, if that happened to me, you're not going to be able to do everything you used to do. That's just a fucking fact. Dude.
Yeah.
You have to spend more time with the kid. You have to do more adult things.
Mm-hmm.
That's just reality of it.
Yeah.
That isn't even because I'm ignorant without having a kid. That is just reality of it. That's
Now, I think once we do get kids though, like, cause I do want kids eventually.
I wouldn't mind, one or two.
One or two. Yeah. I think once we get them, I think we're going to have different opinions on it. We're probably like, well, I want to go out.
Yeah. Right.
Grandma, mom, do you want to take Johnson? Whatever the fuck is, I don't know. What am I going to name my kid?
Johnson.
You should name your kid Blood Leopard.
Yeah.
Shut up, Blood Leopard Balthazar.
Yeah.
So wait, your middle name's Leopard? Yeah.
Yeah. Blood Leopard.
Blood. Your first name's fucking Blood.
That would actually be pretty
It'd be metal as shit.
Yeah.
You're like a fucking Guar song.
Yeah, right.
Dude.
Right.
Here. There's a bunch of different effects on here you can fuck around. Yeah.
Oh.
It's always set to it's called Bright Room, which is like, it's a small auditorium, but I have the effects turned all the way down. So it sounds, this is baseline effects, but if I turn the effects up, it sounds like a small auditorium.
Oh yeah. Isn't that when you turned out my universal
when you were talking to like a speaking room or something.
Yeah.
Like I took a public speaking course at UW-Fondy a long time ago, and our final project was we had to speak in front of an assembly of 100 kids.
Damn.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It was fun too. Like when you first start and you hear that, you're like, holy shit, I'm gonna throw up. But you get so much more experience as you go on. First you speak in front of the class, then you speak in front of like a couple of teachers, and then you speak in front of like a small assembly, like 25, 50 people. And then you speak at like a nursing home.
Yeah. You
go to like these different venues, and finally you get to the 100 people one, you're like, oh. And then all of a sudden you sit down and you're done.
Yeah, I think the thing with anything like with nerves and stuff is actually, it's the worst before you do it.
Oh, yeah.
Any of it.
Oh, fuck.
But then when you sit down and just say, fuck it, and you do it, you kind of just, you forget about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Once you're up there, you don't even know.
Exactly.
That
you kind of forget you're even there. Like in that what's around you, I guess. You forget your surroundings. There's not 100 people around me. I'm just talking right now.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how I do this.
Yeah.
Like I forget that there's people watching this until I look over here.
I mean, I just look at it as me and you chatting. And
that's what it's supposed to be.
Exactly.
Yes. The only thing is different is you have headphones on the microphone.
Yeah.
But like we would talk about. That's why I always tell people, I forgot to tell you this, but I didn't think it would be a problem.
Yeah.
Is that this whole thing, the only difference between this and how I talk to you in real life is that there's stuff between us, the thing. And this.
Physical
objects.
Yeah.
I'd talk to you the same way here as I would anywhere else.
Same.
I say that to every guest, even if you're a girl, which I've only had one girl on here, sadly. But I'd like to get more girls on here. I would like to get more girls on here because, like, I feel like everything we talk about is dude shit.
Shit.
You know, David Tell's got that thing. He's like, I was hanging out with my midget friend. His name's Baby Shoes. I was hanging out with my midget friend, and we were sitting around thinking of ways how to turn my garage into a crystal meth lab. You know. Guy shit. Suddenly he gets up, rappels down from my bed to the floor using the phone cord and says, I'm late.
Oh my god.
Dude, no, yeah, he's fucking
great.
fantastic.
Yeah.
I do want to cover like that baby thing really quick because it's stuck in my head.
Yeah.
When I got into IT for a while, when I was going to school for it, one of my old bosses told me, he goes, one of the easiest ways that I know how to get through life is to work backwards. So what the fuck are you talking about? He goes, okay, go to your goal. And this is what Andrew did. Andrew did this when he called me up and said, we're going to do a show in a week. Can you do it? And I would say, no. Okay, why? And then we would go down the list of whys and we'd cross them off as we solve the problem.
Yeah.
He goes, what's your goal for this year? I said, well, I want to buy a new car. Well, what's stopping you from doing that? Well, I don't have any money. Well, how do you get money? You work. Okay. Well, how much money do you have free right now? None. Well, then you got to get a new job or another job. It's like, okay, yeah, you're right. And then, or maybe you start with something smaller, like you slash your budget. You go in and say like, well, I don't need $10 worth of candy a week or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
You get rid of what you don't want first. And then absolutely, like, if you're really, and then you try a new job and it's like, it's scary as shit.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I didn't really, that was like my only solution to get more money for this apartment was like, I have to get a better job.
Mm-hmm.
And I really, really hope that I have that same mentality when I have a baby. It's like, well, sadly, I'm not making enough money in my position. I got to get promoted. And I would go in and tell my boss that, and I'd explain, hey, I got a baby. I need some more money. Either let's work this out or I'm going to have to go somewhere else. And like, that has to happen. I would hate to be one of those people, and we know so many of them. I'm sure some of them are watching right now. No offense, but well,
yeah,
I take risks on here. When you have a problem in front of you, such as like, I can't afford my baby, it's like, you can't sit there and blame the fucking government because, you know, the government doesn't give a fuck. They sell guns at Walmart.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck about you. So you have to play by their rules. But you got to be strong. You have to be like ready to fuck up at a new job a lot. You got to be able to get rejected by new jobs. You have to get your shit together.
You have to be willing to take criticism.
Oh yeah. You have to be able, you are going to come home and cry a lot, but it's going to be worth it in the end. You can't give up.
Mm-hmm.
If you get rejected, fucking keep trying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For real.
That's just, I've told so many fucking people that some of them improve. A lot of them don't. I'm not saying they didn't improve, but like a lot of them don't. It's scary. It's fucking scary. It just is.
You gotta just go with the flow. Like, you gotta go with your dreams. It sounds another cheesy thing, but
yeah,
you kind of really gotta do it. You gotta look at something.
You gotta be grounded.
How much do I want this, and how bad do I want it, and go for it. Like right now, like with my art thing, I'm gonna try to just literally start doing that as my career. That's where I'm looking for to go, and I'm passionate about it, and I admit I don't work well with others. I never have.
You don't have to if you're an artist,
and that's
your own
that's
shit.
what I'm saying. I wouldn't, I would still take requests and do what people, if they want something done, I'm not going to be like, fuck you, I do my own thing.
You do requests?
Yes, to an extent. It's not, if it's something that's not going to take 5 months to
5 years,
but you know what I mean. I will do,
Because
for sure.
I was thinking, because I'm getting a shitload of more views on this. way more than my other page because only 183 people
Right.
like that, 84 or whatever. I'm still gonna tell them go like Weekend Adrenaline on Facebook. It's my fan page.
This is a special day.
Yeah,
It
it
is.
is. Well, it's the day before Easter too. So.
Yeah.
I want to make a sign that says like go like Weekend Adrenaline, but I don't want it to just be like in Sharpie letters.
Yeah.
And I was gonna hang it like right there,
Oh, that
so
would
that
be
it would
easy.
show up like right
in the
here.
background. Yeah.
Yeah, because if I'm gonna start doing it on this page,
That'd be easy for me.
and then they could go there because I do want to build the page up.
Go. Yeah. I could do that as like a, you know,
Yeah.
support the Weekend Adrenaline.
Yeah,
plan.
that'd be really cool, dude.
Yeah,
And
I
I'd
could do
pay you
something.
for it for
Yeah,
sure. I would.
Yeah,
I
of
would
course I'd
definitely
give
pay
you
you.
a bro price.
A bro discount.
Yeah, bro.
I appreciate that.
A bro count.
A bris count.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That I don't know if that. Yeah.
Well, bris is when you chop off the dude's foreskin. A bris, that's what that's called.
Is it?
Yeah, or a moil. No, the moil is the guy who performs the bris, and the bris is it's a circumcision. It's just another word for circumcision. Oh man. Yeah, come on the show. We'll talk about circumcision. You fucks.
Yeah,
Anyway.
we'll talk about anything. Fuck it.
What else you got in your notes?
I know a whole lot else.
Cover most of it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there was the thing.
Workaholics, I see on there.
Yeah, Workaholics. I mean, but
The
that
movie
kind of
sucks.
That does it. I wanted to
Game
see
over,
it.
man.
Yeah, you didn't like it.
You see Adam Devine's real dick.
Oh, really?
Real. It's real, yeah. So if you
Shit.
want to see that, go ahead.
If any
But
girls out there have a crush on Divine, there you go. Yeah, go see his.
I just saw a movie with him in it with Zac Efron. Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates. Wasn't bad.
Oh,
It wasn't great though.
I'm so behind on the movie game, really. Because I'm like a lone wolf type dude.
It's all good.
I don't catch up on a lot of shit.
It's all right.
Yeah, I guess the workaholics thing was like we were a real life workaholics for the team ass. That's what the
All fresh. Yeah.
You gotta be fresh. But
We were.
we were fresh.
yeah.
Actually, dude, we would get our own shout outs at the bars, dude.
Yeah,
We
that
did.
was like the peak of our career.
Yeah.
For anyone who doesn't know,
of team
we
ass.
didn't go into that.
No, not too much. We mentioned it, but yeah. We were the cool kids.
I thought we were pretty fun. I mean,
That's what it was about, was fun. We were like the
Yeah.
fun guys.
it was something. There were people who, and I'm not going to name names, but
Right.
I know she's not watching. But there was a girl in Fondy that like was known as the turn up queen. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think.
Yeah,
I know
I'm gonna write the name down and slide it over. And actually, I'm gonna keep talking, but the chick that used to call herself the Turn Up Queen, she like had her own Facebook page. So she had her own Facebook page, and she had a fan base.
Yeah.
And it's just these people that fucking went out. Don't say the name.
I won't.
Do you remember her?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. She had her own fucking fan base who liked this page, and I don't know what it was, but I never liked it. And I met her in person, and she was actually kind of nice in person. She's a big fan of Zelda. I mean, it doesn't really narrow it down, but she's a big fan of Zelda, so we got along on that. And like every now and then, like we'd hang out at bars and shit, and like yeah, it was more scummy to me, her approach to it.
Yeah, we were just doing the fun.
Yeah, when you and me and Andrew did
it was like hey, let's all have a fun group. We're just the fun patrol kind of guys.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
exactly.
And it was just like we had this idea of it was a typical like we are shameless and we don't care what people think. And no, we don't look that great. I think you were the best looking out of all of us.
I appreciate it. I'll take it. I'll take it all day, but
like Andrew he never made it to the dance floor much, but he was like the guy that was the connection off the dance floor.
And
not everybody was on the dance floor.
Exactly. And he was almost like our motivational speaker though, personally to us. Even though he didn't do it as much on the dance floor, he'd be that guy that hey, you want to talk to her or so-and-so? Go do it.
He'd be like,
go
what
do
the
it,
fuck?
man.
What's gonna happen?
Exactly. He would like hold our head up when we were like, oh
yeah,
fuck
when
it.
we get knocked back.
If we say we had a rough night, he'd be like, dude, it's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be, yeah. But, yeah, I mean, it was just about having fun.
Mhm.
And it was about getting people together.
Yeah, it was. There's
A lot of stupidity, but that's what part of it was. That was the fun of it.
That's why we did it. 'Cause
Yeah.
it was stupid.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
There's nothing wrong with doing something because it's dumb. It's stupid. Like you watch Futurama?
Oh yeah, I
Okay.
love that show. I got most of the volumes of it.
One of the first episodes is where they're shooting the garbage ball into space,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Push the button," and Farnsworth's like, "Oh, I don't know if I can." Fry's like, "Oh, don't be a jerk. Let me do it." And he goes, "Whoops." And he misses a button, and it's the only button. It's like this giant red circle with a button in the middle. He goes, "Oh, whoops." I've done that in elevators. Like, what floor you go into? It's like 13. I'll miss like just to the right.
Yeah.
Like, whoops. And it's like, how do you miss a fucking button?
Right.
And that's the funniness of it. It's stupid.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
weird. It's dumb. And that's why we're around.
Exactly. If anybody knows
It's
me,
icebreaker shit.
yeah, I mean, well enough. I thrive off as the stupidity type of a humor, I guess.
Oh, I do too.
That's how I am, man. I'm just that goofy guy, and
I think you're more. I'll say you're better at it than I was because you were the first on the dance floor and you were doing that fucking dance.
I just didn't give a shit.
And you got me to that point.
Yeah.
I wasn't there. I was more of like Andrew was the connection outside the dance floor. You were the dance floor, and I like to think of myself as like a mix of the two, but I was always trying to learn from his casualness of it,
Mm-hmm.
and then your shamelessness of
Yeah.
it.
There was like the two ends. of
Yeah,
the two.
you were more of the uninhibited dancer, and I would dance, but then sometimes I'd come off the stage or whatever, and I would be in the crowd, and I would be at the bar, you know.
Well,
And like sometimes I'd talk okay, sometimes I wouldn't. But Andrew's strong point was his talking.
yeah, and we'd even
Carry the
have
conversation.
our special songs like for the group that we knew that we would go
Sleigh
out
Bells.
to. Sleigh Bells for sure was
Yeah.
one of them. The band Sleigh Bells, Rill or whatever. That was the song.
666, and I knew the part.
Yeah.
You are the river flow, and then there's something else.
Something or other.
Yeah, you know the song.
Yeah,
I don't. I never got it.
Keep thinking of every straight face. Just wonder what your boyfriend
Oh,
thinks
man.
about the braces. All about them. I'm all about them. 6 set straight Ace caught him in the bathroom.
Oh,
all right, I'm done.
That's
But yeah.
so good.
Yeah, that's his.
This
but
is so fun.
that was
man.
one of the. Yeah, well, I know. Those
Ah.
are good days, dude. That's when I was
Yeah.
rocking the Saab. The
Saab
Saab
9000.
Turbo. Yeah, the Saab 900 Turbo. It was an
9000.
84. No, there is a 9000, but
I
mine
know. I
was
just
the
call it. I just call it that because of Dragon
But
Ball.
now,
Z or
now
some
I
shit.
rock the Volvo. I
The
do rock a
Volvo, yeah.
Volvo
This will
wagon.
run forever. With regular maintenance, this will run forever.
Dude, yeah. I still surf them on Craigslist, and I saw the ad for one, and a guy had it sold just in one sentence. It was hilarious. He's like, "Yeah, it's because mine's a '87 wagon, Volvo
Yeah.
240 wagon,"
Yeah.
and he's like, or '86 or '87, but he's like, it's an '86 Volvo wagon. He's like, not much else needs to be said about it. I mean, let me get real. The car will be running longer than we'll be alive, so it doesn't matter.
Damn.
yeah,
That's the only thing he had in the description.
Yeah, one of the things I'm like, that's hilarious. So, and
That
it's
is
kind of
fucking
true. Those
funny.
old fucking things, they will run forever.
The Swedish meatball,
the Swedish brick.
the brick.
That's what they're known as, the Swedish brick, because they're big blocky brick
Yeah.
type things. But yeah,
I forgot what car you were driving, and I looked over to the right when I came out. I'm like, there he is. I didn't even see you in there. I'm like,
sticks
there he
out
is.
like a sore dick.
a sword dick.
Yeah, it does though, man.
It's a decent car. I like the beaded seat covers too. I thought that's classic.
Like that old school bead seat
Dude.
cover. That thing's falling apart though.
You know, like what would be? Do you remember when we almost drowned?
I was gonna bring that up. Oh my god! Fuck you! Fuck you! I was gonna bring that up. That is one that actually I forgot to put it, but that's like the main thing I want. Thank you for bringing that up, and fuck you at the same time. Fuck you! All right, that comes. Oh god,
That's so good.
okay.
We almost drowned together.
and this is not exaggerated when we say we almost drowned. We legitimately. Almost died.
drowned,
For 100% for real.
You and me were in a canoe or a
like-
kayak.
A fucking
Double
kayak. Okay, this was like 3 summers ago at Andrew's dad's place out on the lake on 45, and I remember we and you took a kayak out. We had a couple beers in us, but we were not.
It was like 2 p.m.
Yeah, but we weren't like, oh god, sloppy drunk. We were maybe buzzed at the best.
Yeah,
at the best. So we get this great Cracker Jack idea to get this fucking kayak out. Get this kayak out with no. Here's the big thing, the dumbest thing we could have done. No life vests.
Did we really not have life vests on?
That's why we almost drowned, buddy.
That's right.
Yeah, that was the dumbest thing ever. So we get out there with this kayak. We're literally what? I'm not exaggerating. Half a mile to a mile out of the lake.
Yeah, we were
very
really far.
Shore. Let's put it this way: was barely visible. All right, and we kept tipping the fucking kayak, and we were laughing our ass off for a bit. We purposely kept flipping it, and we're like, "Get up, man! Come on, you keep tipping it." And we both kept leaning too much and not balancing out our weight, so we kept tipping it. Well, eventually, we didn't realize that it was taking on water. Massive amounts of water on a real level until the fucking thing sunk to the bottom of the lake.
Yeah.
No exaggeration. And we instantly panicked. Of course, who the fuck wouldn't? There is no fishermen, and we aren't exaggerating this either. No fishermen, no boats, nothing around us to be seen. We're like, this is it, man. We got to swim for it or we're dead, literally. I mean, come on.
But we couldn't just leave the kayak.
Exactly. Well, you were the fucker trying to save the kayak.
I was.
And I'm like, let it go. Do you want to die or do you want to get to fucking shore?
Well, if we get to shore, Andrew's dad's going to kill us.
Fuck the kayak, dude. Do you want to die, dude, at that point? But seriously, I told him fuck the kayak. He was hell-bent on saving it. He dragged it. Mitch drags this damn thing for so far. I remember you tried to. Because it's at the bottom.
Underwater.
He had it with his foot or something, and he was trying to drag it. Because it was deeper than our heads then. Yeah. It was over our heads. And he's dragging it, and he eventually gave up because he's like, I'm too tired, man. We got to save our energy. So then we try Olympic style, swimmer. We're trying to get up to shore. And all I remember, you're way the fuck ahead of me at one point. You were a stronger swimmer. Like, I can swim, folks. I can swim fine, but I don't have the stamina that you did because I've been a smoker and stuff, and you've never. And so I wore my lungs and shit. I wore out quicker, and I'm just taking a break, trying to float on my back because that's how far we were out. I run out of energy, and then I remember it doesn't help me with the panicking when Mitch is up there. And then, do you remember what you said?
What? No.
I can't touch. I can't touch. You're like, I can't touch. And that's when you were out of energy. And I'm like, we're dying today. We're dead. We're dying. We're dying. I literally, when you say you have a life experience where your life flashes before your eyes, that day, honest to God, I'm like, did I have a fun time in this life? I'm done. I literally thought that, especially when you were way ahead of me, and you still said you couldn't.
I came back for you too. I tried to carry you,
and I was still at the point of trying to float on my back to gain more stamina back, so I could swim again. Miracle happened that day. That was the miracle. And Andrew's younger brother Brandon, he was fucking around on a jet ski, and he just so happened to miraculously run into us, and that literally saved our life, I think. I seriously think, because we would have eventually, as much as we can swim, we would have ran out of juice eventually.
He came and got the kayak, too.
We weren't even close yet.
No, we weren't.
No.
I can't touch.
Yeah, that's all I remember. I can't touch.
It made me laugh so fucking hard when you were like, help! Help! You were in full panic. I thought you were joking.
Well, who the hell would have been, dude? Okay, we can't touch the bottom. There's boats at the bottom.
I swore you were fucking joking.
No life vest, and I'm like, help!
It was so fucking
now
funny.
I can look at that and laugh.
I hope you can still laugh because it was shitty. Don't get me wrong. It was fucking shitty. Yeah. Like, we almost did die, but it was really funny. I think to me it was funny. I was like help! Help!
Yeah.
I knew I would have made it, but then like trying to rescue you two, I was like, oh my God, dude, I can't do it. I can't fucking do it.
That was a fucking mess. I remember when we got to shore, we just
collapsed.
Well, but after that, we just slammed 2 beers. Right
because we're fucking dying. We were shaking.
We still were.
We had a beer in each hand.
And Andrew kind of looked at us like, man, slow down. I'm like,
No.
we almost just died, dude.
Fuck you. We were dying.
Yeah.
I think I have a picture of us all that day.
I think there is a picture of us in a row after that.
I was like,
All
hey,
three of-
everybody just get in the fucking row here.
Yeah.
I still remember I flattened one of his dad's golf cart tires.
You did?
I never liked his fucking dad anyways. Well, remember when we all played poker together and then
A couple, yeah, but me and you
he
didn't
was
know how to play.
he's not nice about it. Like, we didn't get it right away. That's why.
I didn't get it, no.
I still am having trouble with it, but
Yeah.
I remember driving by him in the golf cart and I was joking around. I was joking and I told him I was joking.
Oh,
later.
I think I know.
I
this
was
now.
like,
yeah, this
who's
is the
this?
infamous thing.
I was like, who's this? And I couldn't see in the dark and I'm like, oh, nobody important. I was like, who gives a fuck? That's funny to me. It's funny.
I remember.
It's just
Yeah,
a joke.
that
And then
now.
and then I remember he's like, my dad said you can't come back ever.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
oh no, what a tragedy. Yeah, I thanked him, brother, for saving us, but then like a couple months later, he got all fucked up and like annoyed me to the point where I'm like, I don't want to see you ever again.
And so is that how? See, I wasn't around for this. Is that how you guys ended it? Then is that the last of it?
It's one of them because his brother was such an asshole, but he was young. His brother was such an asshole that like he was always with Andrew, so like I'm like, okay, if this means that I'm gonna have to deal with this guy every time, I'm gonna have to deal with his brother. Like, I'm like, I can't do it. So
But
he
yeah,
didn't really like. We both kind of just stopped getting in touch with each other.
I think down the road. I mean, you're both decent guys. I think both down the road, you guys will mend.
Well,
up.
he's fucking married. I think I did send him a message.
Yeah.
I just found out Joe deleted me the other day. Remember Joe?
Shook?
His brother? Yeah, Shook or whatever his fucking
Shook?
name.
He should be. He's on my Facebook.
He deleted me. I must have said something that got him upset. I don't know. I don't know either.
I always stay out of that stuff. Whatever, man.
It's okay.
It is what it is.
Got anything else on there?
Not too much. Well, that was with the band thing, but did you, going back to that, did you ever do any shows like growing up, like local bands?
Did I
Were you
ever
into
play or did I go?
No, did you go?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Do you remember when Margell's was the thing?
Oh yeah.
That's what I was.
Yeah, I was there all the time.
Oh yeah. So was I? Maybe I bet you we
probably-
would have saw each other there and not even known it.
Well, most likely.
I used to pretty much live at the Margell shows, dude.
Yeah, I've run into so many people, and I'd bring it up, and they're like, "Yeah, I was always there." I'm like, "Yeah, I brought it up because I saw you there," and I'm like, "I don't know your name. I didn't go to Fondy, but I know you were at the Margell shows, and that's how I've met certain people."
Yeah, same. I met a lot of people there. I remember getting stopped by the cops there. No lie, because this is when I first turned 18. This is when I first turned 18. So that was a while ago, folks. But
in the olden days.
I fucking bought a corn cob pipe. Okay. I'm not shitting you. Fucking backwoods style corn cob pipe. You know, Beverly Hillbillies style. Mm-hmm. And I brought my own tobacco, like flavored, because that's what you put in there. Flavored tobacco. It was like raspberry or some bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't know, some berry blend. And I brought it there, and I was smoking out of a goddamn corn cob pipe. That's when you could also still smoke indoors. Way before this band.
Yeah.
The band, yeah. Wow. So I was smoking in Margell's inside. Mm-hmm. Cop comes up. Dude, they thought I was smoking pot.
Sure.
Of course.
Sure.
It's a pipe.
Like
it's a pipe. What guy?
When they see you doing this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's the fact to anything. It was a pipe.
Yeah.
Most guys my age or at that age at the time, even nowadays my age, who regularly smokes tobacco out of a pipe like that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably
their cigarettes are nothing.
They're like, this is weed. And then they literally dumped it out and smelled it. I'm like, do you feel good about yourself? Because that was tobacco. Here's the bag.
Yeah.
It's berry tobacco.
It is.
Does that smell like weed? It smells like fucking berries.
Berries.
That's what it did.
Did you get it from Book World?
Book World, yeah. It was either Book World.
There, yeah.
Where else has those big bags of tobacco? I don't
know.
It's been a while, but yeah, I forget. It was Book World or somewhere like that.
That sucks. They closed. I loved that place.
Oh, I did too.
But no one's buying books anymore.
No.
I still do. I have some.
Most people going back to the cell phone thing. That's most people.
That or the e-reader.
Because there's so many online articles and shit you can just read.
Well, yeah, you get your information so much faster. But I'm talking about like books.
Yeah, like Harry Potter or whatever.
Yeah, I just bought a double pack. It has Gulliver's Travels in it.
Okay.
And it had, I think, Frankenstein.
That's with the giant, right? Gulliver's Travels.
No, it's with a regular guy.
Oh.
But Gulliver is the guy, but he finds an island of tiny people that like strap him down or climbing.
I think he's a giant.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's how.
And then I got Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, the original publishing of Frankenstein, which is it came with it and it was in a double box. And it was $10. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'll buy that. I'm reading the Divine Comedy right now, which is like Dante's Inferno, then Purgatory and Paradise. Purgatory is really boring. Is it? Well, I mean, the biggest one is the Inferno chapter where he goes through the rings of hell, and at the end he meets the devil.
Damn.
And then at the end of that, he climbs down he climbs up and goes into Purgatory. Then, after you ascend Mount Purgatory, you go into the starting layers of heaven, and then I guess at the end he sees God, and that's the end of it. Oh wow. Yeah. It's pretty cool. I mean, it was written in like the 1300s, so it's tough to get through.
Wow,
tough.
I guess I've never been much of a book like so-called reader because a story. I guess that's better. I like horror movies and stuff, so I do like some of the old Stephen King's. I have a paperback of the original It. Oh, nice. That's actually really
the big fucking.
Oh yeah, and that's just really fucked up and deep. Like that's some dark shit. There's like a rape scene in it. Yeah.
Well, what I hear is that it wasn't rape, but it was that they were all nervous, and so to calm them down, she let them fuck her.
Yeah, and
so that they could just get rid of that and calm down.
Yeah, but then there's a whole bunch of weird shit. Where
I'm sure. Yeah.
The bullies. The bullies like jerk each other off and shit.
Really?
Yeah, weird shit. But
Stephen King's the man.
Yeah,
man.
He does that.
Yeah,
he does that.
He's the fucking man.
But what I really get into as far as if we're going to paper though is I like field guides. I've been nerdy like that. Yeah, like nature field guides, species.
Like, these are the berries you can eat.
Or like what's the name of that bird or bug?
That's kind of cool.
Fish. Yeah, so I can name off a lot of.
I never knew you were into that.
Yeah, very into that. Weird. As a kid, I used to catch bugs and shit in buckets and like frogs and fish, all that. Dude, I used to have lake fish like that were in Lake Winnebago and keep them as pets, dude.
Really?
Like, in a tank with an aerator, everything.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Actually, some of the coolest pets I ever had, though. I don't know if you've heard of them, like when they catch them and stuff, but are like garfish.
Yeah, I know they are. They look like dinosaurs. Yeah,
that's what they are, dude. They've been around for millions of years, but they have long beak-like mouths with teeth.
My grandpa snagged one by accident once.
Yeah. Dude, I had like 3 of them, 3 or 4 in a 65-gallon tank.
That's awesome.
That I got from Winnebago. Was probably illegal at the time. I don't know if it's illegal to have lake fish, whatever. I'm not sure.
I don't think any cops are watching this, so I think you're okay.
Well, this was like 10, 15 years ago, so I don't have them anymore anyway. But
yeah,
I didn't know any better. But anyway, I kept them, and they were awesome pets, dude. I would throw like minnows up at the top and snap at them. Like I had them trained to come up, dude.
Yeah,
it was pretty cool.
I was at a after bar once, and this guy had piranhas, and then he had
like throw live mice or something.
Fish, other fish. Yeah. He had a cut on his finger.
Oh boy!
And it was it was just one of these.
Yeah.
It was blood on it. And he put it in the water, and like 3 seconds, and then you see the fish go
like frenzy.
They don't dart,
right?
Because they don't know what it is yet. That's the thing. That's the rumor about piranhas. They don't swarm one drop of blood.
Yeah.
They smell it and they're like, oh.
Intriguing.
They're like, they look at it first, and then when they saw his thumb, they're like, they went towards it, but he pulled it out.
Yeah, right.
It wasn't, it's fine. But the way that they didn't frenzy the fish either. It was, they would swim up to it and nip it, and then all of a sudden, like, part of it was gone.
Oh, right.
And then they went up to it again, and same thing. And then they eventually they attack it, and it was gone then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I wanna take a look at my notes quick.
All right, yeah.
Just to see if there's anything
I could think of, man.
You're okay, so you're all good on the notes.
Like I said, it was hilarious. You brought up the kayak thing. I was going to, and I forgot.
I guess if you wanted to talk about it, because we're already at the 2 hour 20 minute mark. If you just want to talk about like do you want if you don't have to.
Okay.
Trust me.
Okay.
But if you want to like raise awareness for like your stomach issue or whatever,
oh well, yeah, I guess
you don't have to.
Yeah, because I guess it wouldn't bother me because then people wouldn't be like, what the fuck kind of thing.
If you want to talk about
what's been up the past few years. But yeah, I have had a stomach thing for years with digestion and whatever I eat. And even doctors still aren't sure exactly what's going on. But I know certain foods I'm very sensitive to. But in the aspect of I'll feel like shit for an entire day if I eat something wrong. Seriously, and I won't. It's almost so bad I can't move. Like I don't want to. I don't even want to get up to fucking get a glass of water or something. Like it's that bad. Like sometimes it's bedridden. But yeah, I've had stomach problems ongoing for pretty good for the last like 4 or 5 years.
It started. I really know.
It started when we were still hanging out.
I was hanging out with you.
That's another reason why I don't heavily drink anymore. If people are wondering, I'll still have a beer out now and again, but I can't drink like I used to because it'll rip my stomach apart. That's the sad reality of it. Health comes first. I wish I could drink a little more like I used to, but it's the reality of it. But yeah, so that's why people don't see me out as much anymore. If you're wondering, like the bars and whatnot, as far as that goes, I'll still go out and play a lot of games of pool and darts. Still have a beer every now and again. But yeah, I keep to myself a lot more nowadays. I'm sure everybody knows that. I'm a lone wolf type guy. I've always been. And so I'm not that social of a dude anymore. Never was. I mean, I was, I guess. Yeah, I was. But I feel you have less drama the less people that are involved in your life. There's less drama that way. That's how I do it. But yeah, as far as the health goes, I'm still not exactly sure what's going on. I've kind of realized I think some dyes do it to me. Red dye was one I mentioned to you that I was telling Mitch before, I can't have Twizzlers and stuff like that, or I feel like shit.
Kool-Aid.
Yeah, anything red, pure red shit like that. But
tomato sauce?
No, because that isn't most of. I mean, some might be, but most of it isn't dyed.
Yeah,
it's got to be like the synthetic dye, I think. So in candies and shit, ice cream,
like anything
Lucky
processed,
Charms,
anything factory processed.
Lucky Charms, anything.
Fucking those red balloons.
Yeah, I fuck those red balloons. But yeah, so yeah, folks, I gotta watch what I eat and drink a lot. And I don't feel good quite often a lot of days. So that's why I've toned down as far as doing this crazy shit I used to. I can't anymore. Yeah. But it doesn't shame me to say it. I had my good run of it. I still every now and then go out and have a good time. I still definitely like camping and doing all that shit. And yeah, I mean, I still do the things I used to, just not as hardcore, I guess. Yeah, not as strenuous.
Good. Yeah, like don't fucking strain yourself just because, like, as you get older, you feel like some of those old desires to be out all the time fall away, and you're just like, I'm happier by myself. I'm happier doing my own thing, doing my art, doing my my old school games. And just spending time with your girlfriend and shit, and it's like it's you got everything you need right there. And you don't have to hurt yourself to be happy.
And you still keep the good friends you do have that mean the most.
Yeah,
keep them around, and you're good, dude. Like you said, you keep the few things that really matter, and that's you're good to go. I like I said, there are people. You're one of them, example, but that I used to talk to that I wish I talked to a little more, and keep in touch with a little better. A lot of people I used to talk to, like you or Alexa or a few other people, It's just a couple examples. But a lot of the people from the past, I miss talking to some of them. It would be cool to catch up and hang out sometime. I mean, I plan on a lot of camping trips hopefully this summer. If anybody likes camping, can maybe
I don't mind
meet up and do something like that.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I haven't camped in a long time, so that'd be kind of fun actually.
Yeah. So stuff like that, man. But I'm doing all right, and just
good.
What is it? Keep on keeping on, right?
Keep on keeping on, man. Yeah, life's a garden. You got to dig it.
All right.
Fucking McConaughey. But
I love them redheads.
I think it's a good time to cut it here.
Yeah.
We're almost at the 2.5 hour mark, but
time flies, dude. When you're
fucking yeah, I love doing these. I'm really happy.
I do too.
Yeah,
I'd come back.
Come back. Good. Yeah, you could be like, I got like there's like one more person in my line that I want to get through, and then a couple of guys that they wanted to come back, but like I have no problem bringing people on here, especially when people can actually make it here.
Yeah.
Not naming names, but I'm just saying like it's cool when like. You know, we're super busy. We all have our busy lives and shit. But it's like it's nice when somebody's like, I want to come do it, and then you give them a date. Like, how about this day? And they're like, yes. Or you figure it out and it actually works. Like it could be like a month down the road, and then all of a sudden you're here. So I'm really happy you came on, dude. I'm really happy that you came here and that you got in touch with me again after like a couple of years off.
For sure.
And you can start hanging out more and shit, and I'll come over and play some old school games.
Be awesome.
All I have is the new shit. So
yeah, I'd be happy to come back. And if people want me back, let him know. Let the page know too. How you feel about my visit. Constructive criticism is great.
Yeah, I even if you say, hey, this one fucking sucked. There's a couple of them where they're like, you sounded terrible. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I'll definitely try harder.
Exactly. And if people didn't like my visit, I don't give a shit, dude. Let me know. I am not bothered one bit, dude. Like, I can take it all, dude. I can take it and dish it. So yeah,
I can too. That's why I have this.
If you guys liked it, I'd come back. So. All right.
Yeah, go like the page Weekend Adrenaline on Facebook. I wanted to do it on here because I feel like I'd reach out to more people. But go type in Weekend Adrenaline. It's the only one. There is actually another page called Weekend Adrenaline on Facebook, but it's Weekend Adrenaline Avion, and it's a French European traveling agency, and I have more likes than them now, so fuck them.
And exactly, I was gonna say this is a cooler page anyway.
Yes,
let's get real.
I have more fans than this thing that's been around since like 2011. So it's me. So I'm doing it now, and I'm gonna have you make me a sign.
I was just gonna say next. Hopefully, one of these next casts, there'll be a cool homemade banner,
and it'll say on the bottom, it'll say like your fucking name, the DeviantArt.
Cool.
Put that in there so that would
put that at the bottom.
Like so that it can be read. So
all right, yeah.
All right, well, yeah, this has been Weekend Adrenaline. Thank you for tuning in. This is Geoff. Yeah, that's it. So thanks again for watching.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it. See ya.
See ya. We did it. I feel like that one went really well, dude.
Yeah, it did.